there, ref. That's he got the ball.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur, and welcome back, Spurs fans. This is going to be our final preseason match before we take on PSG next Wednesday, less than a week away from our PSG game, and then about a week away until our first Premier League match of the season. Spurs are already going into this season kind of threadbare at the minute when you look at the lineups and when you look at what is available. Of course, James Maddison really unfortunately picking up a massive injury, and it looks like he has to undergo surgery, according to Spurs. But Dave, good to have you back for another watch along. Take your mind off of things, but also get one last glimpse of Spurs in preseason mode before we actually start playing some games of some real value and some real consequences, maybe the way to put it.
Yeah, look, it's been a hectic few weeks. It's nice to sort of sit back here this evening, get away from things and sort of just, I was going to say enjoy myself, but sometimes that's hard when it comes to Tottenham Hotspur. But we'll wait and see. Look, I think it's a huge test ahead of the PSG game next week. You know me, I said to you once Arsenal, Newcastle, Bayern Munich came around. These are the games that you're looking to sort of build your starting 11 around for that PSG game next Wednesday. And it looks like this is the frame of the starting 11 that he's going to go with out of the players that are available for next Wednesday. I wouldn't be surprised to see, the midfield and that back line and the goalkeeper start. You might see maybe one adaptation, for that Super Cup final potentially. But apart from that, I think this is the starting 11 you're probably looking at next week, Jack, to be honest, for that PSG game. So I'm excited to see, where we go. Look, obviously the Maddison injury news was a bit of a blow. He's a player that we badly need in that midfield, someone that can pick up that ball, thread the lines, unlock the tight defences and stuff like that. Looking at that midfield, Paulinho, Bentancur, Sarr, I think from deep you'd have no problem progressing that ball. You'd be competitive and stuff, but, and you will get Sarr in on the end of things, but I do worry about who's going to unleash them pacey wingers that we've got, or put Richarlison in over the top from that midfield. Bit of concern of mine. Something you would like to think Spurs are going to try and get ahead of in what's left of this transfer market. But I'm really excited to see Paulinho, Jack, to be honest with you today. I mean, for me, I think it's a signing that was badly needed. We've missed that steal in midfield. We missed it last year. As good as some of the options we have there, and as talented as some of the younger options are we have there. At the end of the day, last year, people just walked through our midfield. We missed that guy that has a bit of steel. But not only that, Jack, a bit of a footballing brain, recognising the danger, pulling attacks down. That's one thing that I recognised he done against us consistently every single season against us, both home and away. Recognised the danger, pulled us down every time, giving away 20, 30 free kicks and only getting booked in the 89th minute. That shows to me that that's a player with his head screwed on, that's an expert in his role, and for me, a player that we really need. And it actually frees Bentancur a little bit more to maybe get forward, maybe affect the game a little bit more, back to maybe what he was doing underneath Antonio Conte when he was playing that number 8 role. Højbjerg sat in there, Bentancur went and affected the game, and, people would argue we haven't really seen that Bentancur back since then. But now that you've got Paulinho there, it actually allows Bentancur that license to go and be that guy again.
Yeah. No, I've loved him in the number 6 role, but plenty of people do feel like he could be better served as maybe someone that can have a little bit more license to get forward, and then Paulinho can just clean up in case, maybe Bentancur gets caught out going a little bit too far forward. It's a real steel-like midfield. It's like an iron crust of a midfield really made of iron ore, because you have Paulinho, I mean, debatably pretty much, or even certainly kind of the best ball-winning midfielder, during his time in the Premier League at Fulham. And I think even before that, at Sporting, he was regarded as just one of the most, kind of basic, just constant sort of warriors in that midfield that just wins the ball back for you. And it's just a real defensive monster. But then you have Bentancur, like you said, who had a great time playing alongside another warrior-like midfielder in Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. But then Bentancur just has that bit more class and that bit more grace maybe on the ball. So perhaps we'll see something maybe similar to what we had before with the likes of Højbjerg and Bentancur. Maybe that will be the new version of it now with Paulinho. But then to add to it, to that iron crust of a midfield, we have Pape Sarr, who's probably been maybe the best player, this preseason, and has definitely shown, Thomas Frank, that he's someone that is probably, I think, one of the first names in that midfield team sheet right now. But Pape Sarr is going to have to develop, I guess, as this box-to-box creative type player, because he's the one that will probably be given a bit more license to get forward, maybe similar to Bentancur, but he's one we know who can pop up with a goal or two, pop up star. But in terms of just absolute steel and hard work, this is definitely one of the more athletic and just hardworking midfields that we've ever really seen probably at Spurs for quite
Well,
some time, all three of them.
no, it is. I'm pretty happy with that midfield. It's a midfield tree that's combative. It's going to be a tough day when you're coming up against it. And on the good day, they can provide a little bit of creativity out there as well. But at the end of the day, you can have all the right pieces in the place you want in the back line and midfield. If you don't have the forward line to go and win you games, that in there is where a big problem lies. We're starting with 10 men again today. Brennan Johnson out on the right wing. I'm sorry, the guy does absolutely nothing. That clip that you posted up from the Newcastle game sums up why Johnson shouldn't be anywhere near the starting lineup. It's a simple ball in. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm surprised the Korean fans clapped Johnson off the pitch. He robbed Sonny of his last goal for Tottenham Hotspur because he couldn't complete a 10-yard fucking ball, and it's a simple ball to play right in front of him, and that's indicative of Johnson's Tottenham career. People say he scores goals. He's a winger. His primary job is to create, hold up the ball, and get involved in the build-up play and create chances for others. He can't do 99% of the job. When he plays there, it's a huge problem, and also is a huge problem defensively. Richarlison, He's not clinical. He's not taking his chances. Tell that one-on-one with the Newcastle goalkeeper. He had all day to pick it. To pick where he wants to finish it. And you know what he does? Drive it right at him. It's absolutely unbearable, and it's the same problems we had last year. Unless the club are going to go into the market and drastically address it, bringing one player in Mohamed Kudus is nowhere near enough to address the issue of the front line. The problem is over the front line. Over the last couple of years, we've acquired a lot of shit because we've tried to replace Kane and Son partnership. None of the guys that have come in have been able to do it. Kudus on his own isn't enough. And if we don't address this in the transfer window before it's out, we will suffer a lot of similar problems to what we did last year. We may be more defensively solid, but we're not going to be able to get what we deserve out of games.
Well, at the minute, it's kind of bleak to look at that forward line because there's no Solanke. There's only Richarlison. As much as people want to see Johnson, used elsewhere, so far Frank has been using him as a winger like every other coach has, for Brennan Johnson. I don't really think there's any team that's ever employed him in the position that people say he is, which is this so-called second striker. But at the minute, it's him at left wing, and then Odegaard and Tell as the other bits of competition for the wing spots as well. And potentially these are the guys that, at the minute, without the transfer windows looking, these are the guys that are supposedly going to have to step up to replace Sonny, which really does cause worry signs. Because if you're going to sell someone like Son, you need to have a ready-made replacement to step in for the immediate time, for the here and now, and then you can still allow the likes of Tell, Odegaard to sort of develop in the background, here and there. But the fact that right now, in terms of the left wing, because I'm pretty sure Kudus has one of the spots secured, I think we should just keep him on the right wing. That's where he seems to play his best. So the left wing is up between Johnson, Odegaard, and Tell. It's just bleak to think about, especially with Sonny now leaving.
Like, the thing is, if you had your forward line properly organised and you had the right players, you give Odegaard time to develop. You give Tell time to develop. We're not giving them that time to develop because they're having to come in and solve a problem that 24 and 25-year-old can't solve. Some of them 27, 28-year-old can't solve. And that's the problem. So you then turn around to a young 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old and go, be our fucking saviour. We ended up doing it last season. Everyone was turning to Mikey Moore to be that guy. And now we're turning to, Odegaard and Tell to be them guys when they proven last year they're just not ready yet. It's going to be a huge problem this season. If we had a better forward line, we would have murdered Newcastle the other day. We would have finished off Arsenal and put them to bed. I just worry about the forward line. Look, let's see how we get on today. Like I said, it's a big game. We've got to perform today so that we give ourselves a bit of confidence heading into that PSG game, knowing that we can stick in a game like this and, be able to go and nick it. So it's a big game today. Let's see what we can do. I hope Johnson proves me wrong, goes out there, beats a man. Good thing is he did do an interview, maybe a year too late, saying that he recognises now he needs to do it. And that's only because Kudus was brought in. He should have been listening to the Irish Hotspur last year. We could have told him that for free over the course of the campaign. Anyhow, let's see how we get on. I'm excited to see how Pelini gets on. I can't wait to have that bit of steel in midfield. But honestly, I wouldn't trust our forward line to be able to organise themselves to be able to hold hands together across the road, Jack.
Well, at the minute, it is, the forward line is where we look the weakest. But then so far the defense, and kind of the midfield is maybe where we technically look our strongest, apart from, of course, Kulusevski and Madison, being missing, which are the creative sparks in there. But that's been maybe the positives to take from preseason is that the defense has looked very, very solid. I'd still say, the defense also kind of in terms of squad depth still looks a little weak in terms of squad depth. But let's be honest, it's been very, very solid under Frank. And then the midfield has had a real steel to it that I've also really admired. But the forward line issues kind of continue to be there. But we'll take a look at the lineup here, announce it to you guys, and then we'll get to some of you lovely people in the chat. And then we are only about 15 minutes away from kickoff
Come
here, the
on.
last preseason game of the season.
Go.
Vicario is in goals once again. Pedro Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, and Spence is your backline. They did absolutely brilliant, that backline against Arsenal. And then we have Pentacore, Palinha, and Sarr. Like we said, that's definitely a huge, very steel-like midfield, and we'll see how they handle this Bayern Munich team. Johnson, Richarlison, and Kudus is your forward line. And then in terms of the bench, we have Kinski, Brandon Austin as the backup goalkeepers, Ben Davis, Kevin Danzo, Vuskovic still in there, even though he has been tipped to go out on loan, but that is good to see. Archie Gray, Basuma, Bergval, Odebear, and then Tell. So in terms of midfield replacements, there's enough there with Gray, Basuma, and Bergval. The other worrying thing, though, is that Basuma should probably be out the door at some point, but you're still kind of thinking there's not a whole lot of depth even in midfield now that Kulusevski and Madison is out. But then also Odebear and Tell are the only, forward options that Thomas Frank has to pick from in terms of being able to make changes. So again, we are in preseason going into the regular season, and we are already looking like, it's December, January period with, so little to pick from. It is
Honestly,
quite worrying.
I'm just hoping that Thomas Frank is as good as a coach as everyone else has made him out to be, because I said when we bring in Thomas Frank, we're not bringing him in because we still need to make them 4 or 5 signings. We're bringing him in so that we don't have to make as many signings this transfer window, and that's how it's panned out. So the idea of bringing Thomas Frank in here was that he's going to develop what we've got. So he better be a bloody good fucking coach and prove that very, very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, do you think about it too? Like all the players that ended up scoring or assisting the majority of our goals, last season, I'm pretty sure almost all of them are out apart from Johnson, at the minute as well. So he's going to have to start spinning some miracles very quickly, Mr. Thomas Frank. But you might be right. That was kind of maybe why he was brought in, was he's technically shown that he can make the best of very bad situations. Before Brentford, it's just Tottenham Hotspur. It's going to be a huge, huge test for him.
And anyone who called me a conspiracy theorist at the time when I broke it, I want an apology.
Swim Master, good to see you in the house. Artist T, hopefully you're keeping well, my friend. Stevie Frazier is in there as well. Stevie Frazier, need a mood lifter. Hey, come on, you Spurs. Hey, we'll hopefully stay undefeated during preseason, Stevie. Hopefully. Rain Man saying afternoon all. Good lineup. Definitely Rain Man. Well, thin lineup, I would say. Lee Moody, good to see you in the house. Shem Tan, hey, Jack and Dave, hope you're both well. Where's the goals and the creativity coming from? That's what we're worried about, man. And there's not a whole lot to pick from in terms of off the bench either. Artist T saying, Dave, it looks like we're going to be right about the transfer window. It's looking to be a dud, and that Thomas Frank will have to likely develop what he has. Yeah, I guess he's going to have to.
That was why you signed him in the first place. We would never sign him to go and sign the 4, 5, 60, 70 million pound players that we clearly needed. We were never going to do that. The only reason why we brought Frank in is because fans were already peddling the narrative we needed a coach, which Daniel Levy goes, bingo, absolutely genius. I'll bring in Frank. That'll alleviate the demands in the transfer window. And it's worked the charm.
Donovan Osterreicher, member for 30 months as a fan show member, reaching the 30 club. Appreciate you, Donovision, saying took the rest of the morning off to watch this game. First Frank game I'm watching. I can't wait to play against Paris. We're in our winning season. Trophies, ? Well, got some big competitions ahead of us. We have the League Cups. And then we also have the Champions League, the one and only, the big bad Champions League. Spurs are back in it. It's going to be a slog to get through with what we already have. But it is nice to be in such a prestigious competition. But I do feel like sometimes the Europa League is a bit more our level for right now. But Champions League, it's glorious, and it's always nice to see Tottenham Hotspur's name in it. And then, of course, we'll see how he handles the pressure of the Premier League, which is only growing to be harder and harder and harder. The Premier League, there are no easy games in it. That was even a cliche that was said probably 5-10 years ago. I don't think that cliche has gone away. It's almost become more true when you're seeing the likes of, Bournemouth and, the likes of Fulham and all these teams that have now all of a sudden not become kind of easy teams to a degree. Like they're, top 10, challengers now all of a sudden.
What I would say is some
top
of the
10 has become the new top 6, it feels like, Dave.
Some of the bigger clubs have done well in picking off a lot of their star players, though, which has been might work out in our favor. But look, Champions League, Jack, It's going to be a tall order. We just don't have the quality to be able to really go out there and compete in that, in my opinion. Premier League, again, I agree with you. I think it's going to be difficult. It'll be tough enough. But my own lad keeps saying to me an FA Cup. He keeps saying, Dave, FA Cup, FA Cup, FA Cup.
Okay.
So I'll go with him on it.
He's seen something. He's seen
Look, it's
something.
not usually sits there and says Spurs
Yeah,
are going to win something, so I'll take it.
Yeah, someone just whispered something into his ear maybe, and now he's just manifesting it.
It's all the medication he's on. He's thinking straight again.
Yeah, he's now. He's seen some light at the tunnel here, and it's the FA Cup, the shining glory of it. But yeah,
Big up if you're watching, by the way, legend.
You might be right, actually. It's an interesting theory that maybe some of these teams that were competing in the top 10 and giving a lot of the other Premier League sides, a lot of trouble, now have been so weakened that maybe it will kind of go back towards, a big divide between the top 6 and kind of the rest of the league. Some of these other teams, they're all spending 200 million plus, and Spurs aren't even getting close to that measurement at the minute. I think we barely even spent. Have we even spent like 100 million this window? It's
happened
insane.
To the takeover though? I thought we were due winning the Euro Millions or something.
I guess it takes a while, or it's not
happening.
It must take a while, or it's not happening at all. Good beats. Hey, Dave is back. Hope it's all well with you and your dad. Big up to you. Good beats. Patch Thomas is in here. Amin K. J Mac. Big up Davey Ladd and Jacko up the Spurs. Tyler saying, come on, you Spurs. The Terminator is starting. Daniel Larson, come on, you Spurs. Let's see what we can do here. Good to have you on the fan show last night, Daniel Larson. It was good to see you, sir. And hopefully you're enjoying your beautiful Norwegian summer. AK Sheg saying, welcome back, Davo. Monster Mind, good to see you. Razzle Dazzle, preach, preach, preach. Totally agree. Less educated, saying put some respect on Johnson's name. Hey, we'll see what he does today. But I did find it kind of funny, that clip that I just had to post it when I was rewatching the Newcastle game. Just that's, I think in my opinion, Johnson in a nutshell, where he's someone that can finish off the moves that are created for him, but he really struggles to create anything for anyone else.
I have a lot going on right now, but I nearly broke down crying when I seen that Johnson clip. I nearly broke down crying. It nearly broke me, Jack. It was just like, it's so simple. Why can't he do it? It's really annoying. By the way, our lad's in the chat, everyone. His name is What's the Story. So make sure you get in there and give him some nice things. Say nice things to him.
Rainman saying Davis.
He's going through a hard time at the minute, so get in there and help him out.
Absolutely. Rainman saying Davis so back, already laying into Johnson. Come on, you Spurs. Let's do this. Soren saying it's game time, boys. Great to see you back, Dave. Hey, Soren, thanks for filling in as well and giving me lots to chat about and, coming on the panel shows.
Greatly appreciate it.
Been a class act, Soren, so I really appreciate you, sir. Voided is in the house. We have Dark Sun G. Good to see you, Dark Sun G. I wish Sonny left the LAFC 1 week later, but oh well. I kind of thought so too. Would have been nice to have him, for this last and final game, especially against Harry Kane. His final game against Harry Kane or with Harry Kane, however you want to put it. But what's more frustrating, Dark Sun G, is there isn't an immediate replacement that we know about that's coming in for him, right? We have, of course, we knew it was coming at some point, but if it was to happen, you would think that Spurs would have a ready-made replacement to come in. Now that Sonny's gone, I mean, the squad looks significantly weaker for me. I think that's what's, you don't really appreciate what you have until it's gone. Plenty of people wanted to sell Son, but it's like, well, do you really trust Spurs to actually replace him, straight away? I'm not sure if I did. So I'm a little bit worried, Dark Sun G. It's going to be awkward for a while without him.
A hard season.
Yeah, well, it is going to be definitely. It's just a huge gap, in that side. And, it's just someone that you looked at, regardless of what you thought of him, regardless if you thought maybe he was starting to wane in his powers, he's still someone that strikes fear, into most teams, just with what he's done in the game. And also someone that we know on his day is one of the better finishers that we've ever seen, in a Spurs shirt, right? And, right now at the minute, I would say that's what Spurs are really struggling with, is actually finishing the chances that are created for us. And he's one of those that you could usually rely upon. Lesser known, good to see you in the house. Davey Clark, good to see you. Jack Luca. We also have Georgie Hill. Big up, lads. Hope you're keeping well. George. I'm so frustrated with this window. How do you let a club legend go and not have a replacement for the here and now? Completely agree, man. Word for word. And that said, 3-1 Spurs. We are smashing Bayern. George, completely echo what you have to say there. What's the story? He has thrown in the trophy emojis into the chat. He's manifesting it. We have Tyler, member for 30 months. Big up to you, T, saying, great to see you back, Dave. We missed you, brother.
Big up, Tyler. Appreciate it. Me and Tyler having a bit of banter before I came on here as well. Yeah, I'm coming back in all guns blazing, Tyler. All guns blazing. I've sat back, I've watched on the periphery for a couple of weeks, and I've got so much to just get off my chest. But big up, Tyler. Good to see you.
He's kicking open the saloon doors, Tyler, guns a-blazing, Western style. Rain Man saying, Jack, with Dan's Hotel kudos, we've spent just north of 100 million. But I'm not sure if I count those as much
They don't count.
because,
They were done
we
beforehand.
bought those when Ange, was still in charge, right? And my feeling is that I sort of look at it this way, like what new players do we have in the team that we didn't have last
Yeah.
season, right? And Danzo, we had last season. Tell we had last season. That's just the way I look at it. Maybe it's a more cynical way to look at it, but I like to look at it in the sense of what players did you not even have to pick from, going into this season, and the one and only right now is Mohamed Kudus and Joao Palhinha, of course. But, different ways to look at it, I guess, Rain Man. Vandal Ross saying, hey, all, come on, you Spurs. Derek Hutchinson, come on, boys, let's kick Harry's ass. Artist T saying this window is unacceptable and idiotic. It'll be a long season, mid-table battle, and we're going to miss out on Europe, relying on BD, Brendan Johnson, or will be a disaster, relying on...
Brazil was supposed to be BJ.
Yeah, relying on BJ. Yeah, Ben Davis, he's saying, actually.
Oh, Ben Davies, maybe, yeah.
I mean, hopefully we don't have to rely on him. At the minute, we don't, unless, some more injuries occur, Artist T. But believe me, man, I think also, again, one of the frustrating things is to see someone like Sonny go and then have Ben Davis, decide to stick around. But if you were watching the fan show yesterday, I had a long rant about that. People, saying, oh, he's a loyal servant and et cetera. It's like, listen, if you had no aspirations of playing every single game like other players do, there are a lot of guys that would take a lower paycheck, would move to maybe a club that's not as big as Tottenham Hotspur. So as long as they know that they're going to play game in, game out, become the best player they can be, Ben Davis has never been that guy. He's just happy to take the paycheck, sort of play every now and again in a Spurs shirt. And it wasn't a surprise to me that Sonny decided to move on, but Ben Davis, did not. That was not a surprise to me. I think Sonny showed that he actually has, to a degree, he just wants to play regularly and play at a level where he feels like he can still deliver, and he felt like maybe it was time with the MLS. But Ben Davis, is just going to continue to pick up that 80 grand a week paycheck, until he's basically forced out the club.
The nonsense that we were giving him a contract and sending him to Wrexham for money was an absolute non-runner from the very beginning. Once we gave him a contract, he was always going to be here. Look, wonderful servant, wonderful human being, right? He's never kicked up a fuss. And look, at the end of the day, loves this club. That's not enough. You need to be able to contribute to this club. And anytime he plays, he doesn't contribute. He's usually at fault for a goal or two here and there. I don't understand why we keep offering the guy a new contract. I'm not being funny, but he's so far on the periphery of the squad now. All he's doing is all the media duties. You see him doing all the fun stuff that the club put out about quizzes and all that sort of bollocks. That's what he's being used for now. Why are we paying someone 85 grand a week to do that? And it's just filling up a club spot as well. It's filling up a spot when they're at a premium as well. It's absolute madness. Look, regards, son, it was the right time not the right time in terms of where we are as a squad, because I would like to have more proven players in that front line to be more than okay to let Son go, because I'm of the opinion I'd even take, I'd even take the Sonny now. I still think he'll contribute more than what Tell will over the course of a season, or Odegaard over the course of a season right now, to a large degree. But the reality is, from being that star player, his influence on Tottenham Hotspur, on the team, and on games in general at this level was waning significantly over the last few years. The warning signs were there. Again, same with Harry Kane running down his contract. The warning signs were there, and the club never got ahead of it. If they're never going to get ahead of letting their all-time club goal scorer go, did we really think they were going to get ahead of letting Sonny go? Come on, I warned about this 3 years ago, Jack. I sat here repeatedly, every day in, day out. We got to get ahead of Kane and Son. It's coming to an end. It's going to happen. We have to get ahead of it. And my worst fears are here. My worst fears are here. We never got ahead of it. We're now relying on fucking Brennan Johnson, an inexperienced under-21 player in Odegaard and Tell, Richarlison and Dom Solanke. That's who we're relying on. We broke up the world's best partnership for this fucking crop of shit, and people wonder why I get pissed off. I was warned about it 3 years ago happening to get ahead of it, and here we are. My worst fears, and people say, Dave, why do you get pessimistic when it comes to Tottenham? Because I know the club I support. I know the chairman in front, that's over this club. Yes, he does a wonderful job in terms of the business, in terms of the stadium, everything else. He's made my access to be able to go over and watch games so much more easier. Credit, give him fucking businessman of the year. But fuck me, when it comes to sorting out this football team, he drags his heels so much, and it's starting to get to the point where, you know, people that were giving him maybe a bit of rope, they're starting to tighten that leash now. It's not
Yeah.
acceptable. You know, last year when we had when we needed a new manager, everyone was like, Frank's a coach, he'll get better out of this squad. I think to a large degree, yes, we're unbeaten in pre-season, but we don't look good going forward. We don't look like we're going to rip teams open anytime soon, and that's a massive problem. And with that, I think many people are starting to panic, going, doesn't matter how good of a coach he is, he needs fucking help.
Daniel Larson, member for 39 months, fan show member, saying looking forward to the new season with you guys as always. Becoming very, very close to that 40-month club as well, Daniel. Very generous of you to be with us that long, sir. And yeah, we're going into this season, you know, a bit more worried than we probably like to be. It's nice to sometimes, you know, have that belief, you know, going in like, okay, you know, like, you know, I'm starting to get a little excited here because, you know, you have all these new signings, you know, have all these, you know, new sort of things to think about. But feels like we're going into this season with a very similar squad to what we had last year under Ange Postecoglou, which ultimately lost, you know, 22 games in the Premier League. So it's a little sketchy here, Daniel, but it's good to have you back as always. Good to see you. You know, doing well. It was nice to have you on the fan show, sir.
Oh, lucky kudos.
But Bayern have gone with a very, very attacking lineup, and then Spurs, you know, of course, with what we don't have a lot of attackers available. So you know, there's maybe more of a contrast in the case of Spurs'
Honestly,
lineup.
I'm waiting for the scouting department to hit me up and get some of our pro clubs forwards on trials at this point, to be honest with you.
But also as well, they were glazing up Matisse Tell. You know, they were giving him flowers, you know, giving him a microphone in the stadium. I'm not sure how I felt about that, considering he decided to leave.
That's like us bringing Ollie Skip back and doing the same thing.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's a bit weird. It was also like Matisse Tell kind of seemed to want to leave Bayern as well, so it is a bit odd.
Yeah. Even he's probably sitting there laughing at them. He's like, come on, guys, this is a bit much. I'm not Thomas Muller here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Kudus looks great in that white kit. You can really see how physically strong he is up the top in that white jersey. Look at the size of the fucker.
I do like it.
Big boy, isn't he?
I like the pattern of the kits actually. There's like a certain kind of cool navy white pattern to it all.
Like he's gonna kill people in that kit. He is an animal.
He is going to be our creative force, though. He is kind of the one creative guy in this team at the minute. Kudos.
It's going to be a long, long evening. They're just popping it around already. Someone take him out. That's 4 players he's after beating. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Kudus takes him out at the top of the penalty area.
Elise, what a player. Can't believe we didn't go in for him.
Well, I think if once Bayern is calling, it's hard to then make the move to Spurs. I think you wanted Bayern. Elise, I'm not sure if it was possible for us.
We got to try and get in ahead of these clubs, though. We had eyes on him in the Premier League for a number of years before Bayern even went near him. I do get what you're saying. Like, once Bayern come calling, they're always going to pick Bayern. I do agree with you on that. It's just maybe Spurs, a bit like what clubs have done this year. You know, the lad performed for Ipswich Town straight away, snapped up rather than sitting there and waiting, you know. Oh, free kick here. Looks like Harry's going to take this. Don't do it to me, Harry. By the way, you're in the wrong.
He scores free kicks for Bayern and not for Spurs. That'd be hilarious.
That black kit doesn't suit him. He needs the Spurs black kit on him. Come on, put it over.
Very, very dangerous area here, though.
Please put it over. He could go either side here. That's the danger. It's Elise. Oh. Ooh. Right, come on. Let's show some composure. Let's get Ben Davies on. He can take a touch and pass it out from the back.
Yeesh. I thought this is a good angle.
That was close.
Not as close as you thought, actually.
That was a better angle.
I think Vicario might have had that covered, but it did look sketchy. It's not a good area to give away a free kick. Vicario probably likely to be forced to pump
try and play it
along.
out, please? There we go. Ah, Rome, that's a shit touch. So that was a shit touch by Romero. Put Porro under pressure there. Here we go. Come on, Cootie. Ah, brilliant. Onto Bentancur. A bit of class onto Van de Ven.
Nice
Straight
ball.
Out. Spence.
Lovely stuff.
He skins him. He's gone. He's gone. Go on, Spence. Go on, Spence.
Sir, he's being pulled back the whole time, ref.
Fucking hell. Can we get a card?
They had 2 players just pulling him back.
It's like gladiators from the 90s there. Ridiculous.
Spence showing a bit of early adrenaline. You love to see it there. Just cut inside and just took it up the whole pitch.
Big up everybody that's tuning in, though, by the way, guys. Great to see everybody. Great to be back.
Bad, all on board the Spurs roller coaster. Hold on to your flat caps, lads. Despite the lull since Morgan Gibbs White debacle, I sense our first sneaky Super Cup. So keep
Oh, good ball, Paulinho.
Spurs.
Richarlison, fuck me. It was a soft pass as well.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, ref.
Why can't Richarlison just get hold of that ball? It was a nice little soft pass into him. It's not like it was ballooned at him. He makes it look difficult. He makes it look like we're playing with a fucking tennis ball. Jesus Christ. Deal with it, Porro.
Yes.
Deal with him, Porro. Well done.
Well done, Pedro.
Pedrito.
Then Mohamed Kudus chasing this one down. He gets there, showing off some pace.
Richarlison, make a run. Get him behind Richarlison. Give him an option, man. Fucking hell.
Well done,
Kudos.
Maybe left Paulinho a little short
wins
there.
The free kick. Ah, that's brilliant, Paulinho. Great diving. We need to get scorecards this season, Jack. We're going to see a few of these from him.
Also, with the way we play, we almost are looking to sometimes give ourselves that break from defending.
Honestly, I'd rather than the attack breakdown because we can't make 10-yard pass, just pick up the free kicks and be a set-piece team at this point. Come Burnley. Van de Ven. Oh, that's a dodgy pass into Paulinho. Does well there. Big Vic. Come on, Venom. What have we got? Good ball. Ah, that's a great pass. Who's that? Bentancur. Into Romulus.
At the minute, everybody, I think it's only on Spurs Play. No other channels in the USA that I can find. Sometimes I'm trying to avoid using the Spurs Play. Oh, lovely football there from Bayern.
The German channels, guys. Maybe check some of the German channels. Genuinely. I'll ask me that now.
Yeah, I wonder if Bayern might have it on a YouTube channel. Sometimes that's a thing.
It's a great challenge in the midfield. Who's that? Paulinho or Romero? Crunched them. Oh, Bayern have gone quickly with it. Oh. Tottenham caught napping there.
Richie's first touch is a tackle.
Honestly, look, it seems like it's like we're playing with fucking apples. It's a joke.
Ooh, I think he might have been off though, but
come on, let's show some composure. See if we can try and play it through. We can't just pump it long all the time.
This is also probably Bayern's last preseason game, if I'm not mistaken. So they'll definitely look to try to be playing some of their best stuff. And I think they have gone for pretty much their strongest lineup. Of course, they, similar to us, though, had a huge injury to their creative midfielder in Musiala. They lost Musiala to a very, very bad injury, just like us with Madison.
Well done, Romero. Come on, boy.
Romero just coming out, absolutely clattering that ball.
Big up Shem Town member for 15 months. Great to see you back, Dave. Come on, you Spurs. Great to see you in here, Shem. Hopefully you're keeping well. Big up Woodsy as well. Great to see you, the Big D. Great to see you, my man. We also have Voided Eves. Good to see you. He says the match is on. We know, my man. We've got Come On Coys at Marcus. Big up Marcus. Good to see you. And then Jason Bell, member for 46 bloody months. Jesus Christ, lad. That's absolutely unbelievable. That's nearly as long as my girlfriend's loved me. He says, Dave, good to see you back on the stream. I hope you and your family are doing well. Look, lad, we are persevering. Lines of mentalities. We'll get through this. Where Harris is at the end of the edge. Good clap, McCooney! Oh, Richarlison unlucky. That's it, Spence. Don't you dare, ref. Oh, my God. That's as soft as shit. Come on, ref.
Kudus skinning Stanisic alive there. Cutting inside, outside, then bringing it down the byline. Class work there from Kudus. Great ball.
Big up Faz, Jason big Bell. Up Rooty, too.
Jason Bell reaching the 50-month club nearly.
Yeah, nearly. It's crazy.
Thank you so much, man.
We'll have to come on here with a muffin with a candle in it and celebrate 50 months. That's a milestone.
And then Shemmy Tan, really appreciate you as well. Great to see you back, Dave. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Shemmers.
Shem, we're going to have to do some healthier eating on the takeaways when we win this year. So, throw in some suggestions, my man. Can't be getting kebabs every week now or Indians.
You could do maybe a bit of falafel. That's pretty healthy.
Yeah. I'm talking about healthy, but stuff that I like. It's hard because I do like unhealthy things. It is hard.
Yeah, just need to find the right.
Try and expand my palate.
Just the right, still tasty, healthy things. A bit of halloumi maybe in the takeout.
Halloumi. Could give it a go.
It's very easy to find in Europe, kind of harder to find in the USA.
Oh yeah, you walk into any supermarket, you buy a bit of halloumi there. Mrs. like slapping a bit of halloumi on her burgers.
Shempton healthy. What's that supposed to be?
Big up on RS for here. Good to see you. I would have said the exact same thing about 6 months ago, Shem. Not even 6 months ago, about 2 months ago.
Not even the vocabulary. Now all of a sudden.
Did you get any IPAs for today's game, or is it too early in the morning for you, Jacko?
Way too early. Just big pot of coffee.
Oh, lovely. Drip coffee.
Big drip, big drip. Smash the like button, please, everybody, as well. I'm not even sure if we have even close to 100 likes, but there are plenty of people in here, so please do smash it. We do appreciate you guys being here with us for this game. Like I said, last preseason game before it starts getting very, very serious.
If we get over 400 likes on this stream, Jack will have an Irish coffee for the Super Cup. It'll be a bit more
DoorDash,
later in the morning
DoorDash,
for him. It won't be as early in the morning.
Coffee.
Or we'll make him have the Newcastle brown ale again.
Oh, jeez.
That's it, Vicario. Give DS a push. Defend this.
Swing it in on top of Vicario. It gets dealt with. Oh, lads, we're all going for it here.
They all want a piece. Sarg completes the clearance.
Maybe that's the bonus incentive for Thomas Frank.
I'm telling you, lad.
How many clearances? Oh, Van de Ven gets caught out, though.
Oh, no. It's a great finish.
No.
It's so
he's offside,
easy.
though.
He's offside. So easy, that.
Or no, he
isn't.
isn't.
No, he's not offside. Oh,
apparently not.
So
Muted
easy.
celebration from Harry Kane.
It's
I
just
think Van de Ven got
behind.
we tried to raise the high line there, and all of a sudden that Van de Ven got caught out.
Thing is, we couldn't even dream of playing that pass. That's reminiscent of Toby and Kane in years gone by.
Oh, he definitely was off.
Oh, he's way off. Oh, no, he's not. He's not. Who's that keeping him on? Romero?
No, I think he was off. I think he was off. I think Romero was in line with everyone else, actually. I think he was off. If anyone's watching that back, I think he was pretty far off. I think that would have been called back if there was actual VAR. But then it was Van de Ven that got caught out.
Van de Ven, I think, got caught ball watching there. And
he just didn't even jump for the header.
Movement. Yeah. You can't allow Harry
was.
Kane to take that down in the box. You got to be aware of that danger. You got to go and challenge for that ball. You can't let him take it down. As soon as he takes it down, it's trouble.
Let me know, everybody, if you thought he was offside, though.
Oh, now we're attempting one. And look at our attempt. It's fucking pathetic. Jesus Christ. That is a pathetic attempt. People saying he's off.
Only a yard. I think he was off. It's unfortunate. I mean, that's what happens in the preseason games. They're not using VAR or anything, but he was pretty far offside. And then we also know that it's in Bayern Stadium, so maybe the referees are going to be a little bit generous.
I was actually listening to Mark Clattenburg. Apparently, Bayern Munich give you tablets and everything as a referee. They're known for buttering them up because there's a certain value that you're allowed to accept off the club if they like when you go to referee games. And Mark Clattenburg on the podcast the other day called Under the Cosh was saying that when he used to go to Bayern, like, you know, they used to get tablets and all this sort of shit.
They give you Pal Honors and T-Mobile.
You know, he was saying, what was he saying? He said he was refereeing a game out in Azerbaijan or something like that, and they offered him a woman for the evening.
That's wild. Free Lederhosen.
Yeah, hopefully there's a back on them as well. They're not the arseless ones. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh,
that's
no.
A great challenge. No way, ref. Is he giving that? He's giving it.
Oh, God. Paulinho as well.
This is going to be a long evening. You can't even make two passes.
Not a great start for Paulinho.
You can't even make two passes.
Oh, what?
Not? How's that a penalty? Let's have a look here again.
No.
But
he's dove, though. He's definitely dove.
He doesn't win it, but he doesn't catch him either.
It's
not a penalty. He's dived. It's a complete dive, but anyway. People say, who says that? It's all over for Frank already. It's a bit harsh.
I would say
Bayern Munich was,
if anything, both goals. I mean, if Harry Kane does put this way, but both of these have been kind of debatable, you know.
I'd like to see the first one again. I thought Romero maybe was a little bit further back. But that one there is not a penalty. That one's not a penalty. Paulini didn't touch him. Come on, Vicario. Show us how good you are from penalties. Come on. Bottom right.
Oh,
He
he
slipped.
slipped.
Oh,
Sergio
that's
Ramos.
justice. There really is a lord. Come on. We love you.
It was like a Sergio Ramos moment. Harry Kane also not looking
Harry
in the
Kane
best
just
of
doesn't
shape.
miss penalties. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wah, wah.
I'll text Harry and banter him about that one later on tonight.
Oh my gosh, he nearly hit it with his left foot.
I'll have a picture of the English rugby team going up to catch it.
Harry Kane needs to get on the treadmill as well. He's looking a little thick this summer.
He's always looked a bit chunky pre-season, even with Tottenham. He was
Except
very
maybe that
pre-season.
one season under Conte where he looked,
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. The sprinklers are up now. This is a disaster.
well, Spurs get away with one there. Candy Kane.
Oh, it's our throwing. Nice one. Come on, Tottenham. Let's create something here. Let's get the ball down. Feel your way into the game. Back to Vicario. Vicario's had more touches than any other fucking player today. Jesus Christ. He's gone long to Cootie. Come on, bully him. There we go.
Oh, the strength.
Someone get around him.
Richarlison.
Richarlison!
Take a touch.
Oh, that's better.
Take a touch.
When we're pumping them balls long to Kudos, we need to get Richarlison closer to him for the knockdown.
Well, I mean, Kudos did everything he could to knock it down, but
I
then
know,
Richarlison,
yeah.
he had time. He had time, especially if you're going to shoot it. Oh,
well done. Come on, get there.
Sar, well
Brilliant.
done, Sar.
Brilliant. Do you know what? That kid has won the most amount of ball pre-season. He's just constantly turning it over this pre-season. He's on fire.
Maybe, I don't know. I guess if you make sweet contact with that, it would have been a hell of a goal from Richarlison, but he just didn't. It's a pretty tame effort. All right, now they call it offsides. Where were you earlier, ref?
They're telling him the first call was wrong. Now he's panicking. He's overcompensating. Did Johnson start or someone else start ahead of Johnson?
Now Johnson's in the game. He just hasn't touched it. Yeah. Well, that's a classic reaction to when Johnson's playing is that you forget that he's even in the game. Oh, just that Kudos.
Oh, he's filthy. He is a filthy animal. Come on, give it back to him. Let him do it again.
There's so much space on that left side, but again, that's where Johnson is, and there was no one making a run.
Just
out wide to Johnson here. First touches, I believe.
Come on, Brandon.
Slides it to Spence.
Penalty. No.
Corner
kick. We'll have that. Well done, Spence. Come on, this is our bread and butter. Let's punish them here. Let's get big Bentancur, Paulini. Ooh, penalty there. That was a penalty. Let's get Romero on the end of it.
Yeah, and then he sort of goes through the back of them, or they get their feet tangled up. No, they haven't given it as a corner. Not really getting many calls here.
No, Telecom must be paying for the referee as well today.
Sponsors good pressure, though, by Spurs. Bentancur nearly onto it.
Come on, Johnson. Work back,
a lot
kid.
of players.
Come on, get back there, kid. Go on, kid. Go on, kid.
Well done, Johnson. What a challenge.
That's fucking brilliant work rate from the kid. Well done. Sprinting after like it meant something.
Oh, Spurs play is lagging. Great ball from Kimmich.
It's too easy. It's too easy. How's he getting that space out there? Fucking hell.
The one lone Spurs fan. Being a Spurs fan in Munich, that's very funny.
How's he getting all that space out there? Don't tell me they're giving that as a corner either. Diaz kicked that off himself. "20 minutes in."
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Rudy too kind of did look like that was a pen on Jed Spence. They tangled legs, and Limer didn't make any contact with the ball.
Back to Vicario. There we go. Out to Van de Ven. Moving on now.
Not getting many favors.
Time Spence.
Sar. Spence. Putting Spence under pressure here. Well done by Spence to get out of it.
Held that well.
Van de Ven plays it into Richie.
Fucking Oh, just put the ball down the right. The only out ball should be Kudus. It should be the only out ball. Every other one should be banned because we can't do it. Just
Great
put it
pressure
onto
by Sarr.
Kudus. Lupercal, no, Kane didn't really celebrate, to be fair. Big up, Eltel, as well. Great to see you, my man.
Oops, sorry. I thought I
David
changed it.
Ginola, good to see you. Michael W. as well. Hopefully you're all keeping well, guys. RS for Syria, we really need a proper striker. We just need a whole new front line, to be honest with you. Come on,
Big switch of play over the top of Porro.
You got to deal
all
with
over
that.
Luis Diaz. Well done. Well done.
Well done.
Kudos. Plays Porro. Palhinha.
Kudos there. Doesn't just go running down a blind alley.
Vicario forced to go long. Bayern putting us under pressure. Richie misses the header.
It's every ball that just comes near him he misses. It's every single one. He's
just
never
bad
in the right
giveaway
place.
though.
Time. Oh no, hold it and let him go on the overlap. Kudos. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, Palhinha, he had time there, but he decided to...
He just played it too soon. You just need to let Kudos go on the overlap.
Poor from Bentancur.
Charlison's movement up top when we have the ball in midfield isn't great either. It's very static.
No. Oh, yes. Well done, Palhinha.
Well done. Oh, Romulus is going to be a class.
Oh, what a touch.
The two of them tackling is going to be
lovely.
Brilliant. Oh.
Kudos. Lovely.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Ref.
Sir.
Ref. Oh, my Lord. He doesn't give it.
Maybe too much dribbling from Kudus at one point there, but lovely play by Romero and him.
Just seeing Palhinha have a bite and Romero following after, that's going to be glorious to watch. WWE FC. It's going to be brilliant. Come on, Richie. Get after it. Get on the bike. Fuck me. It's pre-season. Start shredding them pounds. He looks a bit chunky as well, actually, Richie.
Good to see you, K32. Hopefully everything's all right, Kieran.
Yeah, big up, K32. Good to see you, lad. Bayern just popping it around us. Is that Luis Diaz's feet? Oh, fuck me.
Donovan Osterreicher.
No, come on, get there. Come on, Rami. There we go, Rami. It's not preseason. You let him know. Chunk. Come on, take a chunk out of the fucker. There we go. Pouring out. Short turn. Someone take the ball off him.
Stanisic whips one in.
Overhit.
Vicario as well. Kind of didn't read that very well. Felt like he could have come and claimed that. Donovan Osterreicher saying Kane knew he would kill our season before it started if Palhinha could see it that bad.
Oh.
That's very funny. Harry Kane, mercy.
Spurs. We're Europa League champions. Come on, remember who we are. Let's go. Get the ball down. Let's start playing here.
What's up with this angle?
Oh, they're just showing something from before, are they? Yeah. Spurs play just showing how good Porro was there. Oh, that's
ball from Palhinha.
It's just gone in behind him. Jesus Christ. It looked like it was right option.
Well,
if you could just put it in front of him. If you could just put it in front of him, which it's actually harder to put it behind the player than it is in front of him, believe it or not. Would have worked out lovely. Upamecano goes long. Oh my Lord, we're ripped so open here. Fuck me.
No one forward though for Bayern. Coman all on his own.
Got lucky there. If he could control that, he was in. That's it. Go on, have a snap. There we go, Richie. Jesus Christ. Take your time, Vicario. Wait for the option to become available. Bayern's press, it's very coordinated, to be fair. It's very, very difficult to play through.
Yeah, they're forcing us to go long. But we also just don't have that creative midfielder, it seems like, to get onto the ball. Good ball, though, out from Romero. Romero got that creative pass in him.
That's beautiful. On to Sarr. Sarr, just hold it. Palhinha. Oh, come on, look at Spence. There we go. Come on, Jedi. Come on. Don't pass to him. Just go on your own. Palhinha goes for a switch of play. It's over here.
This is what I'm worried about with Palhinha, and I said that in my scout report. That it's just his passing is really not anything to rave about. Palhinha,
He thinks he's fucking Pirlo out there right
Yeah,
now.
he's
That's
going for
probably why
these
he
big
didn't get
switches
into
of
the
play. He
Bayern
went
team.
either direction, and they're both out of play.
That's probably why he didn't make it into the Bayern team, because he's not technically as gifted as the rest of them.
No, I think that is exactly why.
But at the end of the day, we just need a shit house. If I was Frank, I'd say, look, you just take
Simple,
people out
yeah.
and do the Makelele role, and then when you win it, just pass it off. That's what Redknapp done with Palacios. He just said, look, you go and win the ball and just pass it to Luka.
Yeah. Good pressure there.
Come on, Richie, move it, you fucking lazy fucker. He's just jogging around there doing fuck all.
Diaz, good block from Porro.
Oh, what? That's
what
way too easy.
What a touch.
Come on, Bentancur. It's too easy.
Goretzka touches it past Bentancur there.
Win with your head. Be brave. A good block by Porro.
That was a hell of a touch.
Yeah, it was a great touch. Come on, Spurs. Let's threaten the goalkeeper.
We just need to try to get it into Kudus as much as possible. Brennan Johnson, again, though, is not even shown for the ball, touched the ball.
Richarlison's been the same. He's shown for the ball. He just can't get it under fucking control, the poor guy. But Johnson is just doing nothing.
He's just doing his best, Where's Waldo impersonation.
We just need to get the ball to Kudus. Just give it to him. Just play one up top and put 7 in the back line at this point. No, not there.
Palhinha with kind of a dangerous pass into Kudus there. Not a good ball to play into.
How does he do on his defensive duties? Brilliant.
Helping out Pedro Porro here. Bayern camping us in. Forcing them backwards, though. Come on, one-on-one with Johnson. Cleared away by Van de Ven.
There's no one there for this.
Well, it seems like, what we do is that we go into a really deep shape and the striker, comes in with them. But then when we clear it, there's going to be no one there once you do it. Big switch of play to Coman. That's what Bayern just keep on doing.
Space on the edge of the box. It's way too much space. Well done, Porro. Difficult ball to deal with. One of their midfielders need to get back and watch that on the edge of the box.
Kind of trademark of
3-4 minutes.
Pretty trademark of Vincent Kompany's team, though. They go for those big switches of play out to the wingers because they have the players that can't do that. That are capable of that sort of pass.
Well done,
and
Bentancur. That's
catching us out.
The game. Kudos. Back to Porro.
Well done, Pedro.
Goal kick. Well done. Do you know what? From this goal kick, just pump this long up to up to Kudos. Just pump it long, get him in there half. Fuck it, we can't play out. We're just not good enough to play out through the lines here. We just keep losing it. We get up to halfway and we lose it.
K32, Palhinha's job will be to single out the opposition's best player and break him in half.
Yeah, that's all we need him to do. That's what, if I was Frank, I'd say, look, just that's all I want you to do. Well done. Well done. You made the referee give him that one. Brilliant.
You just went through the back. Referee is really being given the good treatment by Bayern. The fact that Kimmich is even complaining about that.
Yeah. Good ball. Oh my holy God.
Johnson, big switch of play. Does well.
Go on, Kudus.
Too ambitious there.
Just need to get it under control.
Maybe just go down the
byline. Good ball by Johnson, that.
Another big switch of play.
Behind here. Can Spence get back?
We just keep going for that big switch. Coman, back post, cleared away by Van de Ven.
Mickey Van de Ven.
Pedro plays it to Kudus. Good hold-up play, Kudus.
That's elite. That is fucking elite. That is absolutely elite.
Oh, Bentancur. Benton sauce.
Richarlison, please. Please, can you just get the ball under control? Just take one touch. It's simple. Just stop it dead and move it off and spin in behind. Fucking hell. That was elite hold-up play by Kudus, by the way. That was a difficult one to get under control and lay off. And then Bentancur, that was phenomenal.
Touch was ridiculous.
He sold him there, Jacko.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, Kudus, might as well just at this point, put Kudus up
Him
top.
up front.
Yeah, play Kudus up top. He'd probably hate it, but he'd do better than what Richarlison is.
Echo Man hates seeing us play reactive football, but until we get the personnel, yeah, that's a fair point.
I think that was going to always happen when you Thomas Frank.
Danger.
This is what he's kind of known for at
Got
Brentford.
overlaps. We're so much more open at the back than what we have been the last few games, though. I'm trying to work it out.
I think it's just these big switches of play that are catching us out.
Well done, Spence. Done well to stick with him. Well done,
What a
Spence.
challenge.
It's brilliant. Love that. He doesn't even want to touch Johnson. Get away from me. See him? Don't touch me.
Well, Johnson isn't helping him out in possession. Like I said, he's just not shown for the ball, Johnson, when Spence has had it.
It's lovely aggressive play by Spence there on the winger. Bayern pump it in his back post.
Oh, jeez. Van de Ven again with a clearance.
Harry Kane is just standing there at the back post. No one's picking him up. Every time. It's 2 good clearances from Van de Ven there, though. Good reading of the game. Yeah, brilliant. That would have been 2-0, that. Half an hour gone. We really have struggled in this opening half hour of this game. Are they going to put it in, or are they going to do another short one?
They put it on top of Vicario earlier in the game.
Same again.
Cleared away, though. Oh, top of the box. Bad stripe. Kudos,
oh,
sir!
Ref. Come on now.
That's a yellow card.
That's definitely a yellow. There's a trophy at stake here, ref. Book him. Got the telecom communication trophy.
That's a cynical challenge. How on earth is that not a yellow card? He's just stomped on the back of him.
Good to see you. Darren Farron, good to see you. Just hit Kudus. Do not look any other side of the pitch, please. I beg. It's hurting me now. Sarr made a good run there from midfield. They didn't spot it. They've gone short to Van de Ven. Come on, switch it. There we go. Romulus, you know what side to go down. Bentancur, that's a great ball.
Lovely.
And Kudus takes it in yet again. It's just the simple things. He makes the football look easy.
Pedro tries to play it in behind for Richarlison, but I think he mishit it. We just need one more player that can hold up the ball like Kudus.
Yeah, exactly. We'd fare a lot better for it. Well done. That's good fucking tracking. Who's that, Pappy?
With Solanke being injured, though, this is again, though, like Richarlison just is not taking advantage of these minutes,
As frustrated as I get with Solanke, he's a much better hold-up player than what Richie is.
I just want Richie to take advantage of this, though. It feels like it's a good opportunity for him, like with Solanke out. Oh,
there's no
Kudus
way.
Again. Look at the strength on this man.
There's no way. There's no way he held that up. It's impossible he held that up. He is unbelievable.
His touch is insane. His touch is insane, and then his strength is insane.
There's just no way.
Bentancur and him are the best players so far.
Someone get the lube out.
Sarr, lovely. Sir, okay, they just keep taking out Sarr, ref. Can we get one yellow card at this point? They just keep taking him out. That's the other thing. Bayern have gotten away with a lot of cynical challenges. Where the moment we break through, they just clatter us.
Big up, Futures Bright, Futures Lily White, good to see you. Swedish Trucker, good to see you. You actually Swedish, let me know. Playful Spurs, great to see you. Jason Bell says, I haven't seen much about Richie going back to Brazil lately. I think the Brazil clubs have seen too much of him this pre-season.
Bentancur, lovely. Into Richarlison.
Don't you dare.
Oh, audacious.
He's never going to score from there.
Yeah, he's never really had that type of goal in him.
Oh, great ball by Bentancur as well.
If anything, Richarlison could have maybe let that sort of go across his body and try to touch it into the box, then shoot it with the right.
Gone for the ball over top. Ooh. We're just happy to block up the spaces in the middle and let Bayern go out wide.
I'd say probably the best players so far have been Bentancur and Kudus.
Yeah. Van de Ven's been good defensively, although
Yeah,
he was
Van de Ven
for
has.
Kane's goal, though, to be fair.
We just need to check back, though, to see if that was actually
Yeah.
offside. It's not like it really
not
matters,
there, Poro.
but...
Just put it out for a throw-in, you muppet. Why are you trying to play there? Just put it out for a fucking throw-in and let's get reset. That's just dumb. We do so many dumb things. There's no one there to pass it to. You're just saying, keep it in play. There you are. Come straight back at us. Johnson, get out there and get a bit of bite into him, for fuck's sake. As soon as that winger touches the ball, get out and do what Kudus does. Oh, no, that's way too easy.
No one there.
And again, they're queuing up. Fucking hell. They are just queuing up on the edge of that box. Between Bentancur, Sarr and Paulinho, they need to start reading these. And one of them, when that ball's going out wide, they just need to position themselves on the edge of the box and they'll snuff it out. It's easy. They're just queuing up there.
You really mishit that, Goretzka, but that should have been on target.
Yeah. Should have been punished there. Into Vicario. Fuck me, is he having a love affair with...
Yeah, I was going to say, the camera using like a fade transition there. Jesus Christ.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
It's like they have 16 It's like they have 16-year-olds, running this Spurs play at times. Working on like iMovie transitions. That was weird.
Vicario, just put it out to the right. We know where the out ball is. Please just give it to him. No, we'll play Van de Ven. Into Spence. Spence, good ball in the middle to Bentancur. Bentancur progresses it lovely to Johnson.
Nearly touches it
out
of play.
One around the corner. It's a good ball.
Sir!
Sarr, penalty, go down. Go down.
They just keep pushing into the back of Sarr.
That was a good ball by Brennan Johnson there, actually. Perfect weight on it as well. It was a good ball. Right outside the boot. Fucking hell. Jeez, he had his cornflakes this morning. That's it. Go on. Get stuck in. Well done. Just pure raw man strength, that is. That's unbelievable.
Van de Ven, lovely. Richarlison touches
Richie,
it past.
go on, Richie.
Get rid of it, man. Get rid of it.
Remember who you are. Just play it off. Oh, please.
Just play back Van de Ven, man.
He thought he was Ronaldinho there for a minute. He lost his train of thought. Now get out there, Poro. There's no more danger there. It's going to be whipped in, is it? Back post again.
Oh, my Lord.
Can someone get out to the edge of the box, please? It's every time.
Goretzka should have a goal by now. He should have scored one of those.
Like, who's on the pitch, though, Jack? But, Jack, who's on the pitch turning around? Like, this is Romero's job. Turn around, say to one of your midfielders, stop coming back in line with us and get out there and someone get your body around there so they stop getting free shots off and pick up them balls. There's no one sitting there in the heat of the game going, stop that. It's a joke. They have to wait to get into half-time and be told to stop it. It's ridiculous. Where's the brains?
Vic is not happy, says Artist T. I mean, Vicario probably feels like he should have already conceded a few by now.
Even he should be screaming at them, someone pick it up. You know what happens in every Sunday league up and down the fucking country? Every Sunday league team, someone gets fed up and goes, will you start picking him up, please? Yet we don't have one player that can do it.
Faz Radfar, good to see you.
Big up, Faz. Go on, Spence. Oh, unlucky. Luis Diaz run that again, goes to go inside, lays it off again. Well done, Bentancur. Unlucky.
Getting behind us there. We tried to win it in midfield.
Finally, who's that recalled that one?
Romero.
Was that Romero. Centre back has to read it. Brilliant. Do you know what? This half just goes to show to me, it doesn't matter how great you are as a coach or a tactician. If you don't have the quality, you're up to fucking nothing.
Well, we just have nothing going forward apart from Kudos. And then we really are crying out for that number 10. I think someone even wrote, if this game doesn't show that Spurs need a number 10 now, then nothing will.
It's not even just a number 10. We need another striker. We need another winger. Number 10 ain't going to solve this. Number 10, what's he going to do? Look for Richarlison. The ball's going to keep bouncing off him every time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Good block from Romero.
It's a simple ball. Please, will you just hold it up? Please. What the fuck is wrong with him? What is wrong with him?
Just bounces off him.
He's got the right position, man in front of the ball, or in front of the guy. Ball just rolls into him, and he's flicking it here and flicking it there. Fuck me. You're not playing in Brazil now, Richarlison. You're playing for a Premier League team. Start doing the basics.
How have they given a yellow card for that with Romero compared to all the other challenges from before? Romero just holding back. I mean, but how many times has Sarr or others been taken out in midfield, and they've given this as the yellow card? That's insane.
The only thing this lot can do is pick up their wages, Dave. Oh, Del boy. It seems like that, Derek. I just don't get it. It's a simple ball. All he's got to do is cushion it down with the side of his foot, lay it off, job done. It's so simple. Can't do it now. We give away a free kick in a shitty position. Ref, it's not a World Cup final. Can you tell him to take the free kick? Come on. Come on.
I think Kane is taking it this time. It's from
he
far
better
out.
Score it. It's taking this long. He better score it. Fucking hell. Even the Super Bowl ad breaks don't take this long.
Blocked into the wall. No. What a challenge by Van de Ven.
Van de Ven, that's 2 or 3 of them he's put in today now in terms of last-ditch clearances.
Got Spence. Nowhere to go. Needs
it's
well
beautiful.
done, Jed. Richarlison is just nowhere near the ball.
I'm gonna get in severe shape. I'm playing up front this season. I'm fucking
Start going on runs with Solanke.
I can't watch that.
That's hilarious. Oh no, Poro.
Come on.
Van de Ven again. Lord. Van de Ven has just had a masterclass of clearances.
That was nearly as good as his Europa League final clearance.
I think he got a touch onto that. I think that's what threw off Coman. And then Poro as well gets caught out here. Back post. Didn't know what was going on. Misses the header. That's shocking from Poro.
Oh, Van de Ven
maybe he didn't touch it. Just Coman missed it, but he threw him
off
by swinging a leg at it.
It's just simple. He's just got to deal. Harry Kane didn't even challenge him, and he still missed the header. He's just got to deal with it. Put it out for a corner kick if you have to. Just fucking win the ball. Don't do what you've done. Is miss it. Good ball, Romero. Kudos again.
I mean, just glued to his feet.
How can he hold that up? And Richarlison can't hold it up if you got a 4-year-old to dribble it into him.
Well, it's not even that. Get there, Kudos. It's just like some of the passes that Richarlison has received. Like, it's not like they're fired into him either. Like that one was for Kudos. Like Kudos, that one is hard to bring down.
Nearly all of Kudos has been fired in, and they've all been chest and head high, and he's held every single fucking one of them up.
And Richarlison is like a simple, ball on the floor or on the grass, and he's just bouncing it off of him.
Coleman. If I see one more minute. Well done, Richie.
Palhinha. Too much time, then.
Come on, ref. No,
he's not giving it.
Well done, Vic.
Palhinha, man.
Go, Poro. Vicario, give it to me, you numpty. Oh, now you want to slow it down. We're 1-0 down.
I think they're giving an earful to the referee there.
It's a great ball, whoever played that chip pass. Is that Harry? every time. I swear the cameraman pans off it when we have possession. Anytime he pans back, it's a loose ball straight back to their back line.
Well, that
Apart
moment,
from that, he's sitting there twiddling his ties with Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, that was strange. Someone on the Spurs play editing team has a massive crush on Vincent Kompany.
Just blow it up, ref. Put me out my misery.
Luis Diaz, back of the top of the box to Kimmich, to Coman. Fires it across. Jeez.
George says he just wants to see Dave smile for once. So do I. No, look, I'm not going to be greedy. I've had my time. Tottenham won the Europa League. That made me smile for 2 weeks. Then, they sucked me back in. And then my county won a trophy for the first time in 15 years. So I have smiled this summer, to be honest, George. Don't forget, I was one of the ones that said I wanted to celebrate Europa League for weeks,
I'll be honest, not really any positives to take from this game other than Mohamed Kudus is clearly that guy. This man has just been unbelievable holding up the ball. He has been unbelievable. Richarlison, I'm not sure what he's been complaining about because he couldn't hold up anything, couldn't be able to hold up his own shopping bag. But, that's the one thing is that if we had just two of Mohamed Kudus in that front line, that would be the best chance we would have. Romero seems to be complaining to the referee. I think there have been a lot of calls that really should have gone our way, especially when it comes to yellow cards, because they've taken us out in midfield more than once in very cynical manners that should have been given as yellow cards. And then the one challenge Romero has on Harry Kane, they blow it up immediately for a card. So it has been heavily favored towards Bayern in terms of referee decisions, but it's not like we deserve to be in front or anything like that. We've created pretty much zilch in this game. And the only player that has any sort of hope of doing something for us in that forward line is Mohamed Kudus. I mean, Dave, wouldn't you agree? He's pretty much the only positive is that this guy is almost like a one-man attack at the minute. Look, if we just had two of them up front, we might have a chance, actually, this game.
Watching this half, I'll be brutally honest, what's changed from last year?
No.
We spent all half out of possession. We've looked so open. That hasn't changed. We've been absolutely ripped apart. They're creating chances at will. If they could hit the target, let's not forget, Harry Kane had a penalty. Goretzka's put about 6 of them back to fucking England across the channel. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What's changed? Absolutely nothing. We still can't get the ball beyond the halfway line. Kudus is the only one that can hold up a ball. That guy's getting the most difficult balls, by the way. They're being absolutely pelted at him, chest and head high. He can come out with that ball. Yeah, anytime it goes near Richarlison, it doesn't matter how soft you put it into him. He's flicking it. He's trying to... Someone needs to have a word with the guy. You're not fucking Ronaldinho. You're Richarlison. You're not even R9. You're fucking Richarlison. Get back to basics. Hold up that ball. Lay it off. Spin in behind. It will solve a lot of your problems. A hell of a lot of your problems. It's such an easy role to do at times. But every time the ball comes into him, he's flicking it up. He's doing tricks and everything else. If you can't do the basics, don't start doing tricks. You're not fucking Mohamed Kudus. Leave that to him. That's why we spent the money on him. You know what I mean? But I'll be brutally honest, Jack. Yes, I think we'll fare better against some of the worst teams in the Premier League that maybe we dropped points to last season, but ultimately, when we come up against the better teams, I see us being largely outplayed, purely because, and I've been banging on about this when the decision came to sell Harry Kane. People underestimate and undervalue how hard it is to score goals and create opportunities in football. It's the hardest thing to do, which is put the ball in the back of the net and find the right creative players to make yourself a good team. Right now, what we are, we've got a good back line. I'm even okay with that midfield today. It's working hard. But what good is it if you don't have players that can hold up the ball and relieve the pressure temporarily? That's what you're asking them to do. Hold that ball up, relieve the pressure, try and win free kicks, throw-ins and stuff like that, and let's get ourselves up the pitch. And they can't do it. Every time the ball goes near up front, bar Kudus, it comes straight back. Straight back. It's the exact same shit that we watched last season. And I've been banging on. All last season, people were saying, we need a coach. A coach is going to solve all the fucking problems. I'm sorry, he's not. One thing I've been banging on about, you need quality. You bring in quality, your coaches and your manager decisions will work out. That's what big clubs do. The reason why a lot of the managers go there and win is because they've got the quality on the pitch to make it work. You know, you look at our game, you look at our bench today. Who's going to come off that bench and change the game for us today?
Yeah, no, that's
No
also
one.
the worry. Yeah.
Absolutely nobody. And this is why the club need to fucking realise. It doesn't matter who you put in the dugout. You've had Jose Mourinho, you've got Conte, Ange Postecoglou, whether people like it or not. All managers with long CVs of winning. You bring in Thomas Frank. You're going to need even more quality for someone like Thomas Frank. And they need to act in this transfer market. The season starts next week. Fucking PSG Super Cup Wednesday. What's our ambition? We'll bring in Kudos. That's it. There's no ambition to bring in the players to go and compete for that Super Cup. Put another one in the trophy cabinet and use that as, you know, something to kick on. This is who we are now. We win. We go and compete trophies. Put another one in there. Kick on. Use it as a building stone. Like Liverpool. They went and won the Premier League. They doubled down, brought Wirtz, Frimpong, Ekatike, and probably bring in Isaac before the window. They used their success to kick on and try and get a stranglehold on Europe. We use our success and we fucking just go and cheap out again. I'm absolutely fed up with it. Nothing has changed.
I just am really worried about this forward line because Richarlison has shown nothing. Johnson is, maybe when he has actually had the ball, maybe done one or two things, but the guy just doesn't seem to find a way to get onto the ball to be that sort of bailout for us. Mohamed Kudus is the only one capable of actually holding on to the ball and actually being able to drive us up the pitch or just give us any sort of hope of holding on to possession in the final third. And it's just been a defensive performance throughout, but it's not like we've really looked that defensively solid. Against Arsenal, you would say, there was maybe a difference there, and that Arsenal had plenty of periods where they had a lot of possession, but we looked really compact and looked really difficult to try to break down. This game, I think Bayern have had a pretty easy time of breaking us down. It's just they're missing chances, really. And it could probably be 3-0, if you were being generous towards them, because they have had some very, very good chances that have maybe just not been taken, or also as well, thanks to Van de Ven, some very, very good clearances. The only positive I can take is just I think we need 2 or 3 of Mohamed Kudus, and then we would actually stand a chance of actually being able to score, being able to actually create, because he's the only one that seems to be capable of getting us out from any of these periods of defensive pressure. Because the way we're playing under Thomas Frank, we look to sort of receive a lot of the pressure, and then we are clearly just trying to catch teams out on the break, if we can.
Well,
but you need guys that can actually hold up the ball, that can do that. We only have one of them, which makes it very, very easy for Bayern Munich. There's I think there's going to have to be an acceptance that this is going to be the way that we might play against some of these better teams that will look to sort of, sustain pressure, but then we'll have to take advantage of when they do commit too many players forward, that we can try to catch them on the break. But we don't stand a chance of that with the players that we have in the forward line, at the minute. And also just no creative midfielder to pick out passes that maybe could, start a counter move.
But you know what, Jack? In general, our play out from the back into the midfield has been fine. We haven't really lost the ball too much. It's any time it goes into the front line, it keeps coming back.
Yeah.
You can have a creative player there, but he's still going to look for your Johnsons, for your Richarlisons. And if it keeps coming back, there's no point in having that creative player. You look at Richarlison, he's not even making runs in behind. He's just standing there. Kudos got the ball down the right-hand side at one stage. I'm like, okay, Richarlison, make a run in behind, and even if you don't get it, you've pulled a player with you. He jogs alongside him like he's holding his fucking hand. It's unbearable. It really is unbearable. This is Tottenham Hotspur. Let's not forget, we had Jimmy Greaves, Harry fucking Kane, Son, Ginola, Modric, Bale, Lennon, Gascoigne, Huddle. We're known for creativity. Van der Vaart. We're known for our flair players. This is what Tottenham was built on. Bill Nick, Birkinshaw, we're built on attacking football, great creative play. We look like fucking Burnley right now. We look like West Ham. It's a joke. No. It's an absolute joke. We're relying on a set piece. Is this what we've become? I remember 3 years ago, we were sitting there laughing at West Ham. Their fans were cheering when they got a set piece. We were laughing at them. We're like, well, we'd never want to become that. That's what we are now. That is what we are.
Well, it's just because we don't have any quality up front that we're going to have to perhaps rely on that. That's how bad it is, because there's just nothing going forward for us. Playful Spurs saying we need a creative player pronto. We are toothless up front. Johnson has been non-existent. Richie is the same. The only person in the front line so far is Kudus. That's kind of my reaction to this.
Who says it there, Woodsy? Well. We're a Kudus injury away from last season, 2.0. Spot on.
Paul Markey.
If Kudus goes injured, we're fucked.
Yeah, seriously. Paul Markey saying the only thing I'm getting from this game is Johnson is as poor on the left as he is on the right. Please give him away. Need to play Bergvall as a 10. I know how you feel about Johnson, Paul Markey. When he has had possession, he hasn't been necessarily terrible. But my thing is that he barely gets onto the ball. Like, he doesn't seem to show for it, and he doesn't seem to make any runs in behind either. So I'm just confused what he is doing out there sometimes. It's like he kind of just sort of stands there and it's just very, very easily marked. Whereas in the opposite case of Kudos, he is showing for the ball and he is looking to receive the ball and then is able to hold it up. Johnson doesn't seem to be showing for it because Spence has had a lot of touches. And it looks like when Spence has the ball, he doesn't see anyone that he can play it into. And Johnson would obviously be the guy that he would be looking to try to play it into. But him and Richarlison, I mean, Davis made the point that Richarlison actually has had touches and has had opportunities to hold up the ball. He just can't. Whereas Johnson just doesn't seem to find a way to get onto the ball and actually have touches. That is my criticism of him, is that I don't know what it is, Dave, but he's either very easily marked or he doesn't seem to make the right movements in order to show for the ball to receive it. Maybe that's intentional though, because he doesn't want to actually hold up the ball and create for others.
I just don't think Johnson is your clever winger. You know, with your wingers, you want them to fake going in behind. You want them to fake dropping short and moving in behind. You want them to mix up their movement to keep the fullback guessing. You know what I mean? Also, you want them to be able to drop in, get the ball, get turned, get at their man sometimes. Sometimes if you can't play through them, you run through them. And Johnson doesn't have that ability. Now look, to give the Cry credit, he has played two really nice passes in behind. One for, I think, Jed Spence, which should have been a penalty. And another one where he took a mad heavy touch, but then he played a lovely ball over the top of the fullback's head, straight on Kudos' foot. But apart from that, he hasn't really offered much, and it's not good enough.
Yeah.
You know, a winger, you can't just survive on tapping at the back post. I'm sorry, you can't. As a winger, it's your job to be able to get involved in the build-up play intricate passes, cross the ball, create chances for others. And then if you can add goals to your game, great. But your primary job is creativity. And if you're not adding that, then you may as well be playing with 10 men. But look, to be fair, Richarlison's been worse. Richarlison's been absolutely dog shit. Every time the ball comes to him, he's giving it away. It's just not good enough at all. I know some people say, Dave, calm down. It's too early to have a meltdown. Look, I warned people last year with the summer transfer window that problems were on the horizon. People told me to calm down. Everyone was screaming exactly what I was trying to warn about 4 months later down the line. And I can see the same shit happening here again. Like I said, it doesn't matter who we have in the dugout. If you don't bring in the right quality players, and my problem isn't with Thomas Frank, by the way. It's not with Thomas Frank. I want to get that clear. You know, my problem is with the players that we're bringing in to try and help Thomas Frank. It was the same problem I had with Postecoglou, same problem I had when we brought Conte in and Jose Mourinho. You're not bringing in the right players of right quality to help these guys. It's not good enough. And Thomas Frank will end up being another one that will suffer further down the line if we don't get this right. My only hope is that the board give him enough time. But with the league around the corner, I'm not sure you have time at a big club like Tottenham Hotspur, to be fair. So I'm just worried is all. I'm just worried.
Yeah.
And I'm under a lot of stress, so sometimes I can just get mad.
That's kind of what you just said about Johnson is kind of my point, is that when he has actually had the ball at his feet, I don't think he's actually been that terrible, but he has so few touches for a guy that is a winger. Like, he's just someone that doesn't seem to show for it or doesn't seem to make any runs that, can maybe be played in behind, because we know he's supposed to have that pace to be able to get in behind, but he doesn't seem to ever want to do it. And he's just, when he has had the ball, he's made maybe some nice passes here and there, but I think I can only recall him touching the ball and actually having real possession of it like 2 or 3 times in the space of 45 minutes. That just says a lot. Whereas Kudos has had plenty of touches, has been able to hold on to it. Druzilla saying, wouldn't want to be in this with any other community. Big up to the Irish Hotspur and the chat. 23
Big
months.
Up,
I feel like you've been with us so much longer than that, Drew. And I'm looking at potentially a new little profile pic that you have right there. It's looking very, very good. Looking very professional there, sir. Hopefully you're doing all right. And listen, like Dave and I were trying to be fair with Johnson earlier. We were saying he actually has had some good passes in this game. It's just, I think my criticism of him would be he needs to try to show for the ball a bit more, in this game, to be that out ball, to be that guy that we can actually use, to sort of get ourselves up the pitch. And Davis made the right point that Richarlison has had a lot of touches, but then has actually done literally nothing with it. And then when he has maybe had a breakaway or two, he's been a little bit selfish, I would say, with some of the shots that he's tried to take at goal, ones that you wouldn't really expect someone of his quality to put away. Only someone of a top level striker would be able to put away some of those little moments that he's created. If anything, when he gets past his defender, like he has maybe on 1 or 2 occasions, just look to slide someone in or look to maybe play off of someone. And then, like Dave said, maybe then make a run in behind after that. But he's just panicked and snatched at any single, chance that he might have had. And then also when we have needed him to hold up the ball, it's just bouncing off of him like a brick wall. It's been very, very frustrating, Drew. I would agree that I think Richarlison's probably been the worst actually of the front line in this game. And it's a shame because he's had good chances this preseason to sort of get into the shape of things, get into the flow of things with Solanke being injured. But now we're almost crying for Solanke to come back as soon as possible.
The thing is,
that's what's worrying. And Solanke is injured, a guy that was supposed to be indestructible, in terms of injuries, has somehow still picked up injuries once he's come to Spurs. And we kind of need him back. Richarlison's not taking advantage of these preseason games.
The thing is, though, Jack, with us selling Son, Richarlison and Johnson have to grow up now. They don't have this time to mold into what we need them to. Now's the time. Son's gone. Kane's gone. Now's your time. You have to grow up now. You have to man up now. You have to start producing. There's no more this, I'm trying this, I'm trying that. Fuck trying. You have to step up now. You are the guys now. You have to produce. You have to.
Paul Markey following up. Good to see you, Paul, saying it's as if it's as I've been saying since he was signed. Timid Johnson is the ultimate waste of space. He is just not a footballer. My thing is, though. Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
I don't want this to just be all Brennan Johnson. It is
Richarlison, like you said,
as well. He's as much at fault. He's just as much at fault. The two of them together are criminal. If they were in prison, they wouldn't lock them up in the same jail cell. It's a crime. Let alone play them together in the forward line.
Because Paul, you know how we've had plenty of criticisms of Johnson in the past, but I think we're just trying to be fair by saying, Richarlison has debatably been worse up front.
Bridsley says, so far there's no patterns of play. You keep looking what the forwards are doing individually. At least Ange had a few. Look, there's no patterns of play. You can't play patterns of play when you have players that can't control the ball and pass it. In order to play patterns of play, it's simple. You've got to be able to have players that can, pass the ball first time accurately, but if they can't take a touch and pass it, you can never expect them to pass it first time accurately. And if they can't even take a touch, then you can't create patterns of play. You just can't.
Palhinha has been taken off for Bergwall. That is the one change. Maybe just Thomas Frank is making an effort at actually getting someone that can get their foot on the ball.
His first half for Tottenham Hotspur, I think, is just more to get some legs in and see what he looks like in beside Bentancur.
Druzilla saying, I just can't believe the rumors that we're not replacing Son because Frank thinks Odegaard can do it. I'm not as optimistic as I thought I'd be a month ago. I was talking about that on the fan show and on a panel show, Drew. I was saying the same thing. It's like, are we really is Thomas Frank really being forced to say that, we're fine without, a Sonny replacement, Odegaard and Teller good enough? And then he also said, you know what, I don't need a left back, we're fine. Ben Davis is here. It's just very, very worrying. But the joke has been, is that all of a sudden people are, going to have to, Ange was called a yes man, now all of a sudden it's like, is Frank now a yes man because they're being forced to just sort of deal with what they have. Kudus again, this holdup is just insane. It's like he's.
But when are we going to come to realization of that? Because if we're going to go off what other managers have been judged by, not just Postecoglou. Well, they said they were happy. Okay, well then Frank lives his life by saying he's happy too. Then off that metric, at the end of the day, though, there needs to be a huge realization. Of course he's going to say it because he knows he ain't going to get anybody else in. What's he going to sit there and say, oh, well, I don't have the options. I need someone. The club don't bring him in. And all of a sudden the players stop playing for him in the forward line because they know that he doesn't rate them. You know what I mean? He has to come out and say these things. It's just blindly obvious. A part of being a manager and getting the best out of your team is, getting ahead of the situations and being smart. And that's what Thomas Frank has done there. There's no way he sat there and he's really sitting there thinking, going, Odegaard's the answer for letting Son go, who's provided all these magic moments for Tottenham, but no problem, Odegaard's going to pick that up. He's not that dumb. He really isn't. At the end of the day, he has to say it because he knows the club ain't going to get him anybody. And if they do, it'll be some guy that we'll all have to fucking ring up Danny Rose and ask him how his Google search went on.
But yeah, I'm in the same exact boat as you are, Druzilla.
At the end of the day, Drew, I said it when we signed Frank. Forget 50, 60, 70 million pound signings. It's not happening. The whole reason why they signed Frank is because they want him to develop what we've got and what they've already spent money on. And that's exactly what's panning out.
He's just going to have to make it work with a bad
I
deck
said
of
all
cards.
summer. I said all summer. This investment, it's not coming. Where is it? You know, been going on for 2 years. ITKs, investment coming. This has been done. That's been done. Well, where is it? Where's the money?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, play him. Oh, please play him.
Richie's in
Look,
behind.
get your
Find
head up.
Kudos.
Get your
Find
head up.
Kudos.
Oh, my Lord.
God,
Oh,
Richie
my Lord. He does neither.
He's like,
he does nothing.
Oh! He's like tripping over himself. Richie! Oh, my gosh. How does he not get that?
Goody.
How does he not do? He had 2 good
Jack,
moments there, Richie.
he either takes a touch and puts a shot, or else he's got to find Kudos. It's unforgivable, that. It's not good enough. He's got to find them.
He's got to play it sooner, I think, too. I think he waited too long. And then here, what did he do wrong? That was audacious from Kudos.
Looking for the overhead.
I'm telling you, this guy is like, it's like he's built with like rhino skin or something like that, you know, Kudos, because he's just so strong when he holds it up.
Please,
we're a Pedro Porro injury away from Ben Davis being brought in.
Oh, there's no one around him, is there? Oh, no, you got a touch. That's all right. It's just a collision. If there is no
yellow card, I would assume, though, with this referee. He's not giving... They've had some cynical challenges on us.
Yeah, and yet as soon as we put something on them, the referee's blown it up. So what do you expect? Telecom
doesn't look like he's given a yellow card. Yep, no yellow card.
He's got no sock left, ref. Fucking hell.
Playful Spurs. I mean, that's the thing. That's what I've been, again, I was called negative, you know, on a couple of the panel shows, you know, over the last few weeks, but while Dave has been gone. But I was saying that, like, Man United have revamped their entire forward line. And Spurs are going into it with the exact same one, pretty much, apart from Kudos. It is worrying.
Oh, brilliant. Who is that?
Bentancur.
That is
lovely
class
stuff from Bentancur.
Bergvall, that was the wrong ball. You have to play that into Johnson. You can't give it to Spence. Come on, kid.
Yeah, you can't go backwards there. Oh, sheesh.
Bergvall's got away with one there massively. That was a shocking pass to Spence. Once Bentancur plays forward, you've got to continue going forward. Shit pass by Bergvall into Spence. What do you want him to do there?
He was onside. At least say he was onside. They should have scored. Johnson's nowhere near Spence's pass. There's just not I saw this in the Newcastle game. Just Spence and Johnson just don't seem to be on the same wavelength.
Well, Johnson's going to have to book up his ideas because he's already been moved from the right to the left, you know, because Kudos has just come in and took his place like that, regardless of him scoring a Europa League goal. So, you know, the warning signs are there for Johnson. He's got to start booking up his fucking ideas.
Clip ball into Elise. Well done by Spence.
He's the only one that read that. Well,
Kudos
Mohammed,
again. I could watch Kudos all day. I could watch him. Got poked away there. I could watch him all day.
It's unbelievable. He just needs someone else he can play off now.
Just need
Hopefully
two of them.
Solanke can come back and be that guy.
I think we just need to put Kudos up top. At this point, I'm becoming desperate. He's just the only guy that we can play it into that can hold up the ball. And he just shows for the ball. He's always open, Kudos. He's always open.
Six across the back line, six across the back line.
Two Kudos is up top.
Yeah, and then just play Kudos up. Just play Kudos up front on his own. We'll turn into Crystal Palace. Oh, well done. Oh. Come on.
Pedro.
Oh, please. Pulling out challenges now.
Top of the ball.
No, this is a joke. We are made look like boys.
Slicing through us.
No, man, could be 5 down too, right? We could be. It's just too easy there.
Van de Ven holding them all on line as well.
Again.
Too much space.
On the edge of the box.
Deal with it. Big switch of play. To Elise, one-on-one with Porro. Porro's on the left side. Vicario forced to make a save. Palms it away.
Good save. Corner kick. Oh,
Richie is as good as a chocolate fire guard.
At this point, just bring on Udabar and Tell and see what they can do. It can't be any worse, surely. Skunk Works were being absolutely ripped apart, buddy. It's hard to watch, isn't it? Still
Stevie, it
remain
is kind of
hopeful.
insane just earlier. That there was a nasty challenge on Poro, and then some of the other challenges. It's amazing no yellow card has been given. I'm not saying that's like, the difference maker, but it is quite shocking. They're just allowed to just cynically take us out at any opportunity.
Well done, Spence. So reliable back
We've
there.
done well in defending these corners.
Oh, well done, Spence. He's so good, man. He didn't even want to play Richarlison there. Oh, my God.
Uh-oh, maybe
What's
the
going on
dad
here?
is signing in?
No. They just didn't want me to watch Johnson give away the ball. Oh, Lord.
Jeez. Who's that on the right side? Is that Kudos? Very overhit. Kudos, if anything, is sort of very similar to his time at West Ham, the way that we're playing.
Yeah. The Lone Ranger. Please set him back down. He's the last person I need to see on the football pitch today.
It's bad when Frank is looking at this attacking line and realizing it was better at Brentford.
But sure, half the Spurs fans wanted the Brentford front line to replace. They wanted Tony, they wanted Wisa, they wanted Mbuemo.
Yeah.
Shows how crap we are.
Well, that's just the reason it worked for him, though, is because he could play a very defensive team, but then he had good players up front.
Yeah.
Poro, bit of space here.
Oh,
poor from Poro. Very poor.
You wouldn't even see that kicking us.
Good work from Spence.
Come on.
Very good hustle from Spence there, though. Very good hustle from Spence.
At this stage, I'd nearly just bring on Danzo to kill a few people. We might have to come up against Bayern at some stage in the Champions League, so let's bring him on and take a few players out. Come on, this is our opportunity. Set piece FC. Come on. Just need one good delivery, Poro. Come on. Good ball into the box here. Fucking shit ball. Jesus Christ. What home of your life can't even take a set piece? Frank, can we get some subs now? I'm already fed up. Don't do a pasta coglu. Make subs. Nah, that's a blind pass, Rodrigo. You can't do that. Oh, well done, Richie. Come on, Richie. Keep her off the line. Just telling the Spurs players to hold their line. He wants them further up the field, I think. There we go, Frank. That's more like it. Come on, Richie, get there.
Fair ball, good pressure.
Lucas.
Romero comes out to win the header, but doesn't. Bentancur recovers.
Bentancur.
Bentancur, man. Right straight into their player. Seriously.
How has he got that much time, Johnson? Get out to him.
Good
That's
pressure
it,
from
Lucas.
Bergvall. Good pressure here.
There we go. Go on, Kudus. Go on. Well done, kid. It's fucking unbelievable. The amount of distance he covered there is so quick. Come on, Lucas.
Be awake to it, man. Be awake for it. It was yours. It was yours.
It was there for the taking. There we go,
Good
Sar.
pressure. Bayern just playing through it. That was excellent play from them. Very good
Oh,
build-up
Lord.
play from Bayern. Kane, time and space.
Oh,
Absolutely
well
taken
done.
out by Romero.
Well done,
Limer
Romero.
misses the chance.
That's absolutely excellent play from Romero.
Romero just clatters Kane.
That's brilliant. No respect there. He's laid him up and he's gone, do you know what? I know he's going to pass it off, but I'm just taking him. Look, brilliant.
No love lost between Romero and Kane.
He literally just stood there. He's like, do you know what? I know he's going to pass this around me. They're probably going to score, but I'm taking him out. Big Vic. Someone give him a target. Oh, my God. Come on, Spurs. Let's at least fashion one chance here. Well done, Lucas. Felt the hands on the back and went down. Just go at them, Spence. Go on, have a go, kid. Just get out of his way.
Kudos, big switch of play. Lovely switch of play. Jed, lovely.
Brilliant from Spence.
And Brennan Johnson just goes backwards. And there's a bobbling pass as well.
Right, take your time, Van der Ven. Take your time. Scan the field. Vicario. Back to Van der Ven. Moves it on to Spence. Spence moves it into Bentancur. Bentancur back to Van der Ven. We've seen this 50 times today. Can we get it going forward? Romero. Sarr. Good ball into Van der Ven. Spence. Oh, he doesn't hold on to it this time. It's no foul either. What does Van der Ven do?
Come on, hell of a goal.
There and no one gets the block on.
They finally score, Bayern. It was coming.
Oh.
Probably the hardest of their chances as well. That's the one they actually score. It was coming. It was coming.
It's way too easy.
It was coming. Spence tried to hold it up, but he just got bullied by Limer. I think you just need to play a first-time pass.
Even there, where's Bergval jogging back to? We go to the ball. Van der Ven's holding him up. It was just, don't get me wrong, shit mistake there. Spence got to be stronger. But look at Bergval here. He just jogs by him, lets him look. Go to the ball. Recognise the danger, kid. Midfielder's job is to go and close down them on the edge of the box.
It's just been a huge gap in quality. Well done, Rich. Well done,
Good
Rich.
Please bring on Uda Barentel. Please. How long are we going to watch this? At least we just get the dribblers on the pitch and let them run at the ball. It's going to have to be done individually today.
Just these switches of play are killing us.
This is in behind again. Well done. That's better from Spence.
Top of the area. Kudos.
Come on, Mohammed. Just travel, kid. Go on your own. You may as well.
Well done.
Forward, please, forward. Don't allow them all back. Oh my God, please.
There's just no option there. It's either he can't see the pass or there's just no option. It's one or the other. Sarr either can't see the pass or there's just no option.
Yeah.
Again, Johnson has made no runs in behind. Here he is, though. Gets past Limer. Again, this is probably the last. When's the last? This might have been 30 minutes since Johnson's touched the ball. And he dribbles it out. Like I said, in possession, he's not even been that poor, Johnson. It's just he never touches the ball.
When are we getting one of them couches there on the side of the pitch? Do you see that?
Yeah, I think it's like some sort of T-Mobile thing. Odebear and Davis coming on. Odebear, you'd imagine. Ben Davis coming in is not going to make me feel any more confident. Johnson's being taken off. They're keeping Kudos on.
I hope Ben Davies ain't going into fullback. I really hope he's.
I bet he is. Fullback. Thomas Frank said, he rates him as a fullback.
Try 3 at the back or something. Just don't put him fullback, please.
Jet Spence is off.
No. Well, look, at least Johnson's off. Get Richarlison off as well, please. Come on, Udi. Come on, kid. Shawnee Maddox badmouthed you earlier on in group chat. Prove him wrong. Big up, Fraser. Good to see you, my man. Rooty toot, but Frank thinks Davies is the man for left back. Oh, this could end in disaster. Could be on a hiding here. Oh, I'm just fed up watching them with possession, to be honest.
Faz Radfar even saying, even though he's a very positive fan, but Faz Radfar's even saying we are in trouble.
First touch heads it straight to Bayern Munich player. You can't write it.
Faz, if you're saying that, that really worries me because you're usually a guy that knows how to see the positives.
Bayern are bringing on the local school here. 12 players lined up there. Come on, let's get some pressure on the ball. Come on, guys. Come on. Get after it. Now your turn, Richie. Now you go, Lucas.
They've done really well playing out from the back today, Bayern.
They just have movement everywhere. Oh, fucking hell. No, not
Ben Davis. Look at that touch. Ben Davis, Jesus Christ, I don't know if I. Oh my Lord! And then they play through him straight away. Ben Davis is already showing to be again. This guy's time as a left back has been. And why is he? And I'm gonna lose it already. Ben Davis, man, already throwing his arms up at other players. He's the one who had the touch of an elephant earlier. Ben Davis was the one with the touch of a truck, and he's then throwing his arms up at everyone else. And he let that pass go through to Harry Kane. It's just Ben Davis already. Again, I just don't get it. Throwing his arms up at others. Saying maximum.
Someone else then has that password and is trying to sign in on it. Should just be, because you're allowed 2 devices, so it just should be you and my dad.
Great save from Vicario. I wonder if maybe he could have done better on the Coman goal, though. It was a great finish, to be fair, but I wonder if he actually got a hand to it.
Lucas has to do better there. Lucas has to go and put pressure on the ball. What's he jogging back in to fill space for? No good filling space. Go to the fucking ball and take him. Go and get a challenge in. Vicario probably could have done better as well, to be fair.
He made up for it there, though. That was a hell of a save. That's what people are saying. A lot of people in the chat saying that was a hell of a save earlier. Again, I'm just already seeing Ben Davis just immediately. His first touch is the touch of a truck, and it gives it away. And then he's then letting that pass go through to Kane, and then he's throwing his arms up at everyone else. It's like, dude, you were the one who let that chance happen. What are you throwing your arms up for? It's just, again, I just don't understand how he's given these titles of Steady Eddie or Reliable Davis or whatever the fuck he's given. Just don't get it. And he's going to be coming up against Kingsley Coman here. He's just already had a great time against Jet Spence, let alone against Ben Davis. It's going to be just
Yeah.
nightmarish.
Sasha Bowie. Oh, take the throw in, please. Oh, breathe. Just breathe.
I never thought I'd see the day Davis outlived Son at this club and this fan base didn't kick off. Listen, I was kicking off about it in the fan show yesterday. I was kicking off about it. I would be loyal too if I had no ambitions of actually playing regular minutes of football and being paid 80 grand a week. I'd be loyal as shit.
If you're on 80 grand a week and you know you're stealing a living, of course you're going to try.
And you know that this is the highest level. Like, you're lucky to be playing at this level.
Exactly.
His level is Swansea.
Try and reach every ounce. You know?
This guy's level is Swansea or Wrexham, and he's playing at Spurs for 80 grand a week. Like, you would be loyal as shit. You would never. Why would you pipe up? Why would you complain? Unless, I guess the only reason you would complain is that if you actually wanted to play regular games, that would be the only reason. Pedro!
Oh my God! It's a free header from 7 yards out.
The only chance of the game, and it's on a platter for him. It's on a platter. It's a beautiful ball from.
It's a great ball from Poro. It's right on the head.
It's a free header almost.
He's 8 yards out. He doesn't even hit the target. It's shocking.
And that's the one thing he's good at is being in the air. It's the only thing he's good at.
That is absolutely shocking. That's his bread and butter.
Oh, yeah, time is what. Oh, my Lord. He didn't even have to dive for it. Didn't even have to dive for it. He just misses it.
Oh.
Yep, get him off. Again, that's the thing. We've created nothing, but we are still a team that can't even finish even the smallest of chances that come our way. We just don't have any clinical edge about us. I think we just need 3 kudoses. That's it. We just need to go to get kudos of Cologne, and we'll just go 2 kudoses up top.
Just go direct. Come on, go direct.
There he is.
You got him. Just go direct. You go on your own. Fuck everyone else. You're a one-man team today.
It's a good ball to the back post.
He's so good. He is so good, Kudus.
Good touch from Bentancur. Oh, that's a truck of a touch from Bergvall.
We do the most difficult things and the easy things look so fucking hard. We hate football. We are anti-football. This team is more suited to rugby, I swear.
Bentancur did the hard part with a lovely cushioned header, and then Bergvall's first touch is just... He's already been in the game for like 20 minutes as well, Bergvall, and that's his touch.
He's fucking fast becoming the new concrete boots.
But Richarlison there, I mean, that just makes this even more worrying, is that he's had a lot of games. He's done nothing with his opportunities in these preseason games, and then he had an absolute sitter of a chance there, and he misses it wide.
But even now, leaving it so late to bring in your forward players, they did not learn their lesson when they tried to do it with Solanke and Udebur last season, and 2 of them end up with injuries for large parts of the season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you bring them in now, it's almost too late.
Yeah.
Well done, Romero.
That was very well played by Romero, because they cut through us there.
It's just so composed.
Well, I'm glad he saw the danger there, too, because they cut through us there. They could have easily played in behind us. Ben Davis, good ball. Tell, good hold up.
Just play Bergvall.
Why is he going backwards, man? Why are you going backwards? He had options there, Matisse Tell. He had options. Better hold up play than Richie, though, to be fair.
Oh, well done.
Kudos.
Oh, no, he didn't. That is just dirty. There should be a levy to watch that.
Good ball as well.
Should be a fee to watch that. That was unbelievable.
Odebear.
Come on, Wilson.
Bentancur out wide to Davis. I would never expect Ben Davis to take on his man and whip him across.
Or just take a touch and whip him.
Mickey Van de Ven. He's just going to continue to go backwards, Davis. Yep, I know. I've seen this story.
You need to go and get a signed book off him, Jack.
I just don't understand where...
Do you know what makes me laugh? When people go, oh, I bet you if you bumped into the street, you wouldn't say it to them. You know, you would ask them for their autograph and all. I'm sitting there like, no, I actually wouldn't. I'd say I'd want other players' autographs. I don't want yours. Whip it in. Oh, it's good. It's a good angle to whip that in there.
Out wide to Kudos.
Come on, Kudos.
Trying too much there.
No, I don't mind. At least he's trying. At least
Yeah.
he's fucking trying something. Everyone else wants to pass it sideways. At least he's trying. He gets it. 2-0 down. Everyone else wants to pop it sideways. Look at me. Look at my stats. 95% pass completion. You're a forward player. You have to take risks.
Oh,
my God.
Vicario, bro. You got to be catching that. Oh,
Not there,
Bentancur. Not the time to take touches. Not the time.
Clear.
Cleared away.
Well done. Oh, go on, kid. Go on, kid.
It's just Kudos again. He is a
monster.
monster.
Oh
He's
my
a
God.
monster.
He's an animal.
Sir, he's asking for a foul.
I think he's absolutely tanked. He looks fucked. I don't blame him. He's the only one trying. Oh my God.
I didn't see it, but third goal, I was looking away.
Oh, we're an embarrassment.
This is by far the biggest.
This is their kids now, by the way. This is their kids. This is the local under 8s. Cameraman's getting very excited there, isn't he? It's just too easy. She cuts inside. 3 of them. There you are. Player on the edge of the box. All on the edge of the box.
Catches Vicario out.
It's just not enough aggression around the edge of the box. We're just allowing them to just pop shots off. The warning signs was there all half. All first half. This is their kids, man. Even their kids are showing more creativity than ours.
Daniel Larson, a 12-year-old, has just scored against us.
Vicario's fuming. He's every right to be fuming. They've just been popping shots in left, right, and centre on him. Oh.
I think we should honestly, we can't take Kudos off because we only had 2 attacking players to begin with.
At this stage, I think you got to just take them off and protect them at all costs for Wednesday night.
Literally. He's our only.
Do you know what we're going to do anyway? You know what I mean? At this point, the game's done. I just protect them at this point. Look at this guy. He's literally about 12. Who is he? Van de Ven back to Vicario for the fucking 150th time today. Vicario goes long. That even looked like a struggle. Well done, Van de Ven. Well done, Bergvall. Come on, be stronger. Please, someone just do something of quality.
Well, time to get the snacks out.
That's been half my problem down the years, Jack. Watching this shit and snacking.
I'm eating some cherries. Some Rainier cherries.
Yeah, well, I would never have picked out a pack of cherries as a snack.
Oh, they're very good.
I might have had cherry cola as a snack.
I'm not a fan of regular cherries. I'm not a fan of regular cherries, but I do like this kind. Rainier cherries. They're like a bit more kind of.
That's the difference. You go for cherries. I go for cherry cola bottles. Good ball. Please go forward. Well done, Bergvall. Well done, Bergvall. Now lay it. Well done.
Good touches.
Come on, baby steps. Let's go, Wilson. Oh, my Lord. Please. Don't let their kids.
They
Please
played
stop
us.
letting their
They
kids do this
played
to
through
me.
us so
Please
easily.
stop letting their underage sides down this. Please, it's underage we're playing against now, and they're still as good.
Kudos is probably saying, at least I had Bowen to help.
I make them swim the channel back home. No more to transport. Swim it.
Iceman, this is going to be a long and painful season unless we get in 4 to 5 new players.
Yeah.
Bet Kudos is thinking I should have stayed at West Ham. PSG in a few days will be a massacre. Paolo Maratti saying, hope everyone's channeling their rage towards Levy and the shit-stained Lenga. I was saying this, you know what, Soren, on one of the panel shows, it was one of my constant things was like, this just screams of last time with Johan Lenga, where he just leaves the important signings way too late. And then at this point, it feels like it's going to be panic, you know, if we even sign anyone at all. But the ones that we would bring in, it's like, well, almost screams of panic signings, because at this stage, too, a week away from when the season starts, a lot of these bigger money, you know, players, like they're getting ready to just start their new campaign, you know, with the clubs that they're at. To have to make a big move, you know, to another club with no preseason at all, you know, again, it's just you're not helping yourself.
We're lucky we're going to come up against an unfit PSG side. Imagine if they were at it. Imagine they were super fit, had the preseason we've had. We'd be absolutely murdered. It'd be a massacre. They'd have to stop showing it. It'd be illegal.
I'm just worried if we'll even be able to sign anyone, because at this point, you know, a lot of the bigger money signings, like they're going to be looking to stick around where they're already. Oh my lord.
Holy shit, we're embarrassing. We are absolutely embarrassing. And this is the result of not being able to do anything going forward. Because the ball just keeps coming back. And law of averages, you're going to concede goals. It's a huge problem, this. And it's one thing the fucking board didn't take into account when they hired Thomas Frank. If you're going to bring him in, it doesn't matter whether he's defensive or attacking. It really doesn't matter what coach we have. Buy some fucking forward players of quality so the ball doesn't keep coming one way. Please. It's simple. It's not rocket science. You don't need fucking mad, smart, intelligent people out of NASA to fucking predict this, or rocket scientists. You don't need them. It's simple. Just buy 4 players so we can do something going forward. Because if not, it just keeps coming back and ends up in the back of our net. Fuck me. This is shocking. It's no worse than under Ange Postecoglou. We got slapped up like this under Ange, people still be going mad. This is shit. This is absolutely shit.
Literally no better.
This is
we got smacked up by Bayern at our own place last season under Ange, and this is no
better. Who's ever heard of Joni Kusazara? Who's ever heard of his name before? Seriously. Oh, great. Let's bring on Basuma. Let's give away another 4 goals. Faz Radfire 4-1 Spurs, appreciate the support, buddy. Really means a lot. He says, if I was Ange, we would have if it was Ange, we would have blamed him too easy. Look, I've been on that sort of all day, winding people up about that. I put out a tweet earlier, blame Maddison's injury on Ange Postecoglou. Oh, sorry, yeah, there's only one man to blame for Maddison's injury, and then I put up a picture of Ange Postecoglou. Look, it was a non-runner anyway, blaming the manager for injuries. You know, it's always been the medical department at Tottenham Hotspur. It's never really been fucking fully correct at Spurs. It's a huge problem, and now at least we can get around to addressing the problem and stop looking for the blame game. I suppose that's the beauty to come out of it.
Hopefully we can all agree that it wasn't Ange's fault with the injuries.
Anyway, I don't even want to get into that anymore. I just want to buy some players, some forward players. Knowing our luck, like Solanke, they'll come in here with a good injury record and then it'll be destroyed. Tottenham, hold my beer. Skunkworks, Dave, can you put up a poll for who we think should be the next manager? Honestly, I'm not even digging out Frank here, to be honest with you guys. I don't blame Frank for this. It's just simple. You buy quality players, you get quality on the pitch. This whole narrative, we need a coach. Doesn't matter. Coach can't coach Johnson to do what he can't do. Coach can't coach Udebert to do what he can't do. Tell to do what he can't do. Richarlison. To think a coach can come in here and just get Richarlison to start doing the basics. If he's reached 27 years of age and he still can't do them, he's never going to do them. We just need better players. We need investment into that front line. And the sad thing is, we've already invested over 200 million across it. Where's it going to come from? We're stuck with it. Bassoon was only there today on pre-season tour because he thinks it's Oktoberfest. We had to lie to the fucker to get him there. Oh my God, we can't even get a shot on target and there's no one around him. Jesus Christ.
Did well to create the space, but then just couldn't actually fire a decent enough shot. Good challenge.
Right, come on now,
Kudus. Whips it across. Seen out by Kim Min Jae. Well, absolutely ripped through those cherries. Are we running a donkey sanctuary?
DB, we were shit, but we won a trophy. I really hope PSG have been on the piss. We can just get the trophy in the fucking cabinet on Wednesday night.
Frank's hairline is already starting to go. His beautiful hair.
Yeah, he'd be bald in a few weeks. Stressed out from Tottenham.
Oh, this is also really... I don't want to see any of these guys get injured as well when we're already so threadbare.
We're going to get smacked up in the Champions League. Iceman, we need to help PSG have 24 injuries. Right, come on, set piece FC. Let's at least start with some sort of pride here.
Why do they keep panning to these nobodies?
It's embarrassing.
Cameraman is just...
He's probably the physio or something as well. It's a joke.
Pedro Romero. Oh.
Oh, it's in behind Ben Davies. Well done. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Well done, Basuma. Back to Vicario. Just go along. Let's just test their hold-up play at this point. Let's just use it as a training session. See who else can hold up the ball. Bar Kudus.
Tell has actually been able to hold it up. I just think he's been kind of negative when he has had it, though. He's just kind of constantly just going backwards. But he has been able to actually have a better touch than Richarlison.
Wank FC. Swim Master. Richie only plays for Brazil because they don't have the quality of Ronaldo's, Rivaldo's, Ronaldinho's, and all like they did have.
Odegaard, lovely.
No, wrong option. Get your head up and play the two players right ahead of you.
Oh my God, Kudus is just incredible.
Just unbelievable, Kudus. He's just unbelievable.
Good ball. Yeah, you're right. Odegaard took the wrong option there, but then Kudus still did amazing.
Oh,
well done, Gray. Into
Good
Tell
ball.
or Odegaard. Odegaard, get rid of it. Play Tell. Play Tell, man. You had him slipping through.
Whip it in, Borgval. Let's see what you got, kid.
Well done, Bergvall. Good first time pass. Pedro. No one there to make the run for him. It's a good idea.
Well done, Archie. Good hold up.
Ray,
play.
well
Good
done,
hold-up
man.
play.
Top of the box for
Oh,
there.
come on.
Van de
Got
Ven.
tired of that.
Find Bergvall out wide. Romero tries to
Oh,
fire it in.
too ambitious.
Audacious. Good challenge there.
Absolutely.
No,
crunches up.
ref.
Oh, ref. Oh. Super Spurs with the super chat again. Really appreciate the support, my man. We want to win Champions League and Premier League. I know. Honestly, I think you had too much red wine that night with Vinay. Honestly, I could. It was like watching first dates. It was embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. Oh, you know more about red wine than I do. Yeah, we're talking about a fucking football club here and what we're trying to conduct to go and win this season. And you're talking about who knows more about fucking red wine. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I'm sure as soon as the interview finished, someone turned around and says, "There's your key card, lads. Head up to the hotel room. Finish your night up there."
It's like Levy 5 a.m. at a table, at the after party.
Seriously.
We're going to win the Champions League. We're going to win the Premier League.
When me and you get together and we don't see each other that often in person, I mean, we're not even like that. Do you know what I mean?
It's just insane.
And then they go, "Oh, what about the football, Daniel? Oh, yeah, we want to win Champions League, Premier League. Forget it." It was all about them schmoozing each other. "Oh, what about the football, Daniel? Oh, yes, quick throw-out statement. We want to win." He had to come out and say that. After winning Europa League, he had to come out and say that. He couldn't come out and go, "Oh, I just want to compete."
Well done. Well done, Tell. To Gray. Back post, kudos. Poro, very well done there. Kudos still. Jeez, man, how does he hold on to it?
How much to Brentford? Oh, no, their forward line is gone. We were too late on that, weren't we? Oh, Van de Ven! We could be here till next week, Jack. We still wouldn't score. Yeah. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink it. You just can't.
Looping cross. Oi! I'd say it's been better since Odebear and Tell have gotten on. Granted, that is a low bar, but it has been better, actually, since they've been on.
Let's not forget, though, they've been up against their under-9s.
That's true.
It's just simple pass. You can't even pass it to his feet. Just pass it to his fucking feet. It's not hard.
In full time, they've given us mercy. Oi.
Oh,
well, we finished the last preseason game in the worst way possible. The other ones, there were definitely more positives to take from this one. Absolutely no positives to take from it. The only one is, I think, Mohamed Kudus. If we could have 3 more of him, we actually stand a chance of doing something in this forward line. I think that was probably Kudus' best performance in a Spurs shirt so far this preseason, ironically, despite losing 4-0. Well, I think this was a bleak one.
I think when you look at it, Jack, going forward, our hopes rely on Kudus solely. Absolutely solely. Odegaard came on, done fuck all. Tell come on, done fuck all. Richarlison done nothing all game. Johnson providing nothing all game. And I feel sorry for Kudus because then people get frustrated and go, he does all this, but, there's no end product. I mean, who do you want him to hit? Richarlison? Johnson? They don't move. They won't make runs. What do you want him to do? He's on a solo mission out there. He's on an absolute solo mission. He's come from West Ham and he's gone, "Oh, nice one. I'll be able to go in here and link up with players." And he's back on a solo mission. I feel so sorry for Kudus. And it really does show the levels that he's at compared to what else we've got. There's balls just being fired into him. He's battling with 2-3 people at times. He's still coming out with the ball. While others, it's being rolled into them. No one around them and they still can't hold it up. Absolutely embarrassing. And look, my takeaway, Jack, is we need serious investment in that front line again. And I know we've already spent a lot over that front line over the last 2 seasons, but we've spent it wrong. At the end of the day, Frank can set us up all he wants defensively. If that ball is not being held up and we don't pose a threat going the other way, it's just going to keep coming back and you're going to see more scorelines like we've seen today. It's not good enough. It's absolutely atrocious. They brought on their under-9s there for the second half, for large parts of that second half, and they still absolutely played us off the park. It is absolutely worrying. It is a concern. We're going to have a lot of drab games this year where we're going to look to hold on. and we're going to try and look to win games 1-0 because that's about our ability so far this season. That's where we're at. Against Newcastle, bleak going forward. Arsenal, yeah, we bet them, but I told everyone, don't get gassed. We're not going to score goals from halfway line every single week. We struggle to break down Luton, struggle to break down Reading, struggle to break down Wickham behind closed doors. You know what I mean? We've got a huge problem going forward. And I'm sorry, I don't want to hear anyone say, give him time, it's about coaching. It's not about coaching, and Frank don't have time. Season starts next week. He will be judged from Wednesday onwards. Champions League will be rolling around very, very quickly. The guy doesn't have time. What he needs now is investment. We need a new striker, and we need another player out on the left-hand side. This bollocks that we're not going into the market after letting one of our best players, and let's be frank, since Kane, our match winner, go, and not replacing him, it is a recipe for disaster. The checkbook needs to open, and it needs to open quickly. Otherwise, this is going to be another long season like it was last season. Frank is not a miracle worker. There's only so much he can do. There's only so much he can do, and I think we've got ourselves into a bit of a Potter at Chelsea situation to a large degree. People praise the managers that go to these clubs, but no one does enough digging into their owners and the scouting department and everything else. The way it's set up. And I posed the question when we signed Frank, how much of it is down to Frank and how much of it is actually down to this system, that scouting system that Brentford have in place? Being honest, Frank was supposed to be this great coach given pre-season. Name me any players that's actually improved under him, maybe bar Bentancur. What players have actually improved under him over the course of this pre-season? None. It's not down to coaching. It's down to the quality that Daniel Levy provides. You look at that bench today when we were in trouble, okay, who's going to change games for you? You're bringing on players that are less experienced than the shit we've already got to change a game, and they don't have the ability. They just do not have the ability. It's going to be another long season. I know people can say, Dave, it's pre-season. Don't get carried away. Last season, there was a lot of similarities that people overlooked and said it's just pre-season. Pre-season is different now. It's not like your old one where they've gone away, have had kebabs, a good feed of points, and they're coming back to lose weight to get in shape. They're already shaped coming into pre-season. Last season, our young players were the only ones, or last pre-season, our young players were the ones that stepped up. They stepped up throughout the campaign. A lot of the senior players went MIA. We conceded a lot of goals last pre-season. We continued that into the season. We struggled to score goals last pre-season. We continued that into the season. This is a team that is so void of confidence going forward because they haven't found the answer over long periods of times that it's not going to improve. The only way it's going to improve is more players like Kudus.
I mean, what would you say to future Sprite, future Lily White saying, guys, say what you want about the attack, but we conceded 4 goals? I think I would agree with your point, Dave, that the reason that we are conceding that many goals is actually just because we have nothing going forward. And if we're going to play a pragmatic, sort of more defensive style where we do look to kind of sustain a bit of pressure to then try to hurt teams on the counter, you actually have to have players of real quality going forward that can punish you, on the counterattack. I think that's how Frank wants to play sometimes against these teams like Bayern Munich. He will look to try to hurt them, in the transition, but you need to have guys who can actually have the quality to hurt you in the transition, because then you give yourself a better chance of being able to defend in the game. But if the ball, like you said, just keeps going backwards and no one can actually hold up the ball, you're just putting yourself under more and more and more pressure, and eventually you will concede goals, especially to a team of Bayern Munich's quality.
The whole reason, to a large degree, why Jose and Conte got away with their football at Tottenham for the length they did is because they had Kane and Son. So no matter how much defending they asked to do, when that ball went forward, it stuck. We created chances. We posed a threat. Teams ain't scared of us now. What you're going to see is teams press the midfield, press the back line, aggressive press on Tottenham, knowing that we're going to lump it long and they're just going to recycle that ball and come at us. It's going to be rinse and repeat. At the end of the day, I've always said it. The hardest thing to do in football is create goals and score goals. When you've got players like that, you've got to keep them. We didn't. We chose to cash in on them and sell them and not replace them with any quality. And we are going to pay the price again massively. And again, all the attention will go on to the manager. Scrutiny will be on him. How good is he really and stuff like that. And the likes of Johnson, Richarlison will just evade criticism yet again. At the end of the day, why have Brighton gone from where they were under Chris Hughton to where they are now in the Premier League? Is because their only source of goals under Chris Hughton was... what was that big guy's name? Glenn Glenn Sutton up front. He kept them in the Premier League. But when they added more better players going forward, that's why they were able to pull themselves up the Premier League. We are back down. We are where we deserve to be last season, 17th. And we could be in and around there again if we don't solve the problem with your forward players. It's going to be a huge problem. It really is. If the ball keeps coming back, there's only so long them defenders can keep clearing it, keep getting lucky. Vicario can keep pulling saves out his ass. At some point, you're relying on your forward players to get a hold of that ball and relieve a bit of pressure, and we couldn't do it.
No, I think this
Why
game
the system won't work.
Yeah, I'm fine actually with playing a more defensive approach, but in order for that to work, you need to actually have guys that can hurt then, the team on the counter and in the transition to then, of course, make that team then, be wary, that when they do lose the ball or that when we do clear it away, that they're going to be dangerous players that can then hurt you with a lot of space available. But the only guy that could actually hold up the ball and drag us up the pitch and find, actually possession was Kudos. Richarlison couldn't hold up the ball to save his life. Brendan Johnson, when he did have possession, wasn't that bad, but he barely touched the ball. He felt like he touched the ball every 30 minutes or something. The guy just couldn't find a way to get into the game and find a way to actually get a hold of possession. The only positive from this game is just that Kudos might single-handedly sort of be our whole forward line in this, but he can't pass to himself and he can't score on his own, especially against very, very good teams. He's going to have to sort of be, I guess, a one-man attack, but I mean, that's not going to work on a regular basis. It almost is like he has to basically assist himself, in order for us to score. Richarlison missed also concerningly a very, very good chance that would have, given us some solace. Like, okay, maybe if you give him some service, he might be able to actually score, but he just missed an easy header and missed it well wide. And that's also more concerning, is that even if a chance does fall our way, it's not like we're going to bury it.
The reason why you can't rely on a one-man forward line if you really want to go and compete is when we sold Kane, everyone said Son was the answer. Son's going to carry this forward line. I said, no, it's a partnership and he's going to suffer. Son suffered. Since Kane left, he's never been the same player, ever. He's looked lost. And half of his problem at Tottenham last season was he couldn't link up with other players. There was no fluidity in our attacking moves. Son was so used to that in years gone by. And that's the danger of going into this with just Kudos as our best attacker and no one else to play off him. He'll be enough to carry you to stay in the Premier League. But is that our ambition? I thought our ambition was to go and compete. Go and try and win trophies, as Daniel Levy says. Premier League and Champions League. That's the fucking ambition. So if that's the ambition, we can't just rely on Kudos. You can't.
Yeah. This is not a good game to end on. Really not a good game to end on in terms of the preseason. I'm just, I am worried about PSG.
Our only saving grace Wednesday night, Jack, is that PSG haven't had any preseason friendlies. This is going to be their first game heading into the season.
Yeah.
That's our saving grace, is that we hopefully come in, and they have gone on the tear, that they've really celebrated that Champions League. They've had fucking family days out to McDonald's and everything else. That's our only hope. Because if they do come back in shape, we are not going to get a touch of that ball. It could be like Liverpool last season away at Anfield in the Carabao Cup semi-final.
Well, they also will play very similar to how Bayern did. They're a very attack-minded team, very possession-heavy team. They will look to press us. They will look to force us, to pump it long in hopes that maybe we can hold it up, but we just know that we can't if we only have Kudus that can do that. So it'll be a very similar game to what we just saw here, in that they will have us buried and camped in our own half, and we'll just continue to create chance after chance after chance, and they will be able to put them away. They were one of the most free-scoring teams in the Champions League, and they're probably still, despite what happened in the Club World Cup, probably still the best team in the world by a decent margin. So they will really, really put us under a similar amount of pressure that Bayern did today. Bayern are also a good team, but are nowhere near as good as PSG. That's the worrying sign, is that they play a very similar brand of football, but they play it even better than Bayern Munich do.
It's going to be a long few days.
Well, we have the likes of Zakwan saying we concede 3 versus Bayern kids, tactician Frank, lol. I mean, look, I just don't think we can already start throwing, Frank under the bus here. I think that's a bit harsh. And to be honest, I think he has made us look more defensively solid. I think against Arsenal, we did have a very good shape, and we did actually make it very difficult for them to really create good chances. Arsenal really did not create that many great chances. In fact, we looked like the better team in that game. We actually probably created better chances than they did in the grand course of things. It just felt like in this game, when we were being put under that type of pressure by Bayern, there was just no outball for us. There was no way for us to try to sort of give ourselves a bit of relief, a bit of time to breathe. It just kept coming back, and we were just being put under more and more and more pressure. And this Bayern team are more capable, clearly, with the quality that they have and the patterns that they have to carve us open. And we didn't have any answer for it. But then going forward, we weren't able to hold on to the ball to give ourselves that bit of relief and that bit of confidence that maybe we can hurt them on the counter. So this game was only going to head one direction, it felt like. So I
Can I
don't
come
even
in on
know if
that?
the kids, it was actually kind of the same thing when the kids came on. Once we brought on Ben Davis and others, it wasn't really getting that much better.
Can I come in on that? Because I do want to have a bit of a conversation around that. Look, I would love to sit here and be petty and throw some of the shit they threw at Ange Postecoglou straight back on Frank. Oh, where's the tactics? Why can't we defend? All that shit. But the reality is, it's never going to solve our issue, and all it's going to do is keep. It's like the dog chasing its tail. That's all it's going to keep doing. The reality is, we need to wake up. We hire managers and we give them a godlike complex before they walk in this door. They're gonna do this. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do this. He's excellent at this. He's a specialist at that. The reality is, what we always overlook is they need help in the transfer market. They need better players to work with for their tactics to be effective. And we don't do it, so then we go, well, the transfer window's closed. We're just going to keep blaming the manager. We keep falling for the same cycle and the same trap. Look, I wasn't Frank's biggest fan when we appointed him. I thought we could have went after it with a lot more ambition after winning the Europa League. I smelt a bit of a rat. As soon as we hired him, I was like, well, there goes our summer transfer window. We've brought him in to try and develop what we've got. And at the end of the day, I think there's been a massive realisation over the course of this pre-season. He can't make Brennan Johnson cross a ball, control a ball. He can't make Richarlison do that. As good as a coach as he is, at the end of the day, if these players can't do it, they can't fucking do it. And that's the big problem. But what we can't do is just start going after the manager yet again. It's way too early to go after Thomas Frank. Look, I don't think he's the Messiah that everyone painted him out to be. It's pre-season. We're already pre-season and people are already questioning it. Which maybe alludes to, was it the right appointment in the first place? However, let's get this straight now. It is not his fault. Yes, he came out and said Udebur is the guy to replace Son. But let's not forget, Postecoglou said things that we all thought were strange. So did Conte. So
Yeah.
did Jose. The reality is they come out and say it because they know they ain't going to get the players they need. And the reality is, what's he going to do? Throw Udebur under the bus? And then at some stage he gets injuries and he goes, oh, go out there and perform for me, kid. Go and save my job. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's not the manager's fault. We got to realise this, and we still have time. Instead of going after Thomas Frank, I want to see everyone on socials go after the fucking board.
I mean, Jose cried out for Skriniar. He got Joe Rodon, and cried out for Kim Min-jae, and he got Joe Rodon. The likes of Conte was crying out for a Bastoni and other quality center backs. The only one he got was in his second season, and it was Clement Longley, of all people. The same thing is happening with Thomas Frank, where he's now seen Son go, and he's saying, "Oh, we're fine with Odegaard. We're fine with Tell." I don't know if he really truly believes that. I think he would absolutely love to have a ready-made replacement come in for the likes of for Sonny, but he's going to have to make do with what's available to him, like plenty of managers did in the past. Even Conte, right, when he knew he wasn't getting a new center back, all of a sudden was saying, "Oh, I think Eric Dyer can become a world-class defender." It's not like Antonio Conte really believed that to any extent, but he just knew he had to gas up the players that he had. That was the whole point of it. And it looks like something very similar is happening with Frank.
If you know you ain't going to get something, if you're a good man manager, you lie to the players. You try and make them believe something that they're not at the end of the day. But the reality is, Jack, and this is where I'm going to land on, and I'm going to shut up about the quality. We went at Bayern Munich last year playing an attacking brand of football, aggressive, going press, got smacked up. Everyone said, that's not how you approach these games. You approach them defensively. Well, we done that today. We also got smacked up, which shows tactics do not matter if you don't have the fucking right players at your disposal. And it's as simple as that. So anyone that say aggressive attacking football is the way to go, doesn't matter until you get the players. And anyone that sits there and says defensive football is the way to go, it doesn't matter unless you have the right players. Simple as. And that's proof.
Yeah. It's going to take some good comments here, as well as some of the support. Thanks for the support today, everybody. Sebastian saying, I like Richie, but he's got to go. Nice guy, but the football is not footballing. Done nothing except for the nutmeg. I mean, the guy I thought was completely useless today, and I like Richie as well, but he was useless. Swim Master saying, thank you, though, Dave and Jack, for still giving us a good stream with the limitations of our Spurs. For those in the chat, try to avoid having a go at Frank. First, he needs time, and two, he needs new good players. I think I can agree with that. Jason Bell saying, I do think Frank will make us more solid, but it will take a lot of time. Most of all, we need more quality on the pitch, though. I think people can agree with that, Jason. Um, Woodsy Hotspur saying Frank has already got his hands tied due to the injuries and the transfers. Give this man a chance. And then we also had Eugene saying it's not about Frank. Our attack bar is kudos, and then the rest is just championship level. We then have a super sticker from Shoshi. Thank you, Shoshi. And it's game over. But it was game over after about 20 minutes. It was looking really,
Game
really
over
ugly.
5 minutes in.
Yeah. Appreciate the support, Shoshi. It's
burning.
game over 5 minutes in. Ed Sweeting saying we need to get serious. If you were picking a best of Premier League squad, how many of the Spurs players would actually get in those 26 players? How many would even get in a B squad? We are massively lacking in terms of quality. Completely agree. Forget about challenging. What I watched today really pisses me off, says Roy Park. Mid-table to bottom half at best at this rate. Just wait until we lose to Burnley. THFC till we die. Big up Dermotron. Big up lads. We need a left winger, a striker, a cam, and a left back. We can get that in before the end of the window. We will see. Come on, you Spurs. I am worried. Listen, weeks ago, plenty of the panel shows that I've done, while Dave was gone, plenty of the panel shows, people were saying I was being negative about questioning if Spurs are going to get these signings over the line. And also I was just worried, I was asking questions like, if this Morgan Gibbs White deal isn't going to go through, do we have backup plans? Do we have other people that we're looking to try to bring in? I'm a little bit worried that there's no rumors of us signing a left back at all whatsoever. And it all is coming, about a week away that we're hearing Frank say, oh, we're fine with this. We're fine with that. It just makes me really worried. And I ask questions as well, about Johan Lange, where it doesn't seem like this guy is able to get crucial signings, important signings over the line and early enough so that the manager can actually work with them over preseason. He signed Dominic Solanke days before the first game of the season, no preseason whatsoever. And he signed Odebear, I think, after he had already played a game or two for Burnley, like in the championship. Odebear probably didn't even know if he was going to be headed to a club like Spurs. He was probably getting ready to do another season with Burnley. Then all of a sudden we panic sign him for 30, 35 million or whatever it was. I'm very worried about Johan Lange's ability to actually get important signings over the line. Because once again, it feels like we are leaving this manager with very, very little to work with and very little improvements. And it was the same case last summer where we went into preseason with only Lucas Bergvall and Archie Gray is the new signings, like guys that at the time we all probably were thinking periphery players, guys that aren't really going to be challenging for the first team. It's a very similar story. The only one that he's brought in is Kudos, and I think that was just because Kudos was practically forcing the move away from West Ham. He just didn't want to be there anymore and didn't even probably want to partake in preseason, and so we took advantage of that. I don't even know how much credit I can even give to Johan Lange in that case, but I don't know. Honest with you, it feels very similar to last summer. It does.
Look, to be honest with you, I'm worried, Jack. I'm worried. Look, there's been a constant news cycle, by all the media and journals out there, investment, takeovers, all this bollocks. It hasn't come. Simon Jordan said one thing before the Europa League final: Spurs don't have cash available. It's going to be a long summer transfer window. Everyone dismissed it. He's the only one that's being spot on about this window. He's the only one. Look, I saw it coming when as soon as we hired Frank. I says, forget about the window. It's done now. You might get one signing. The rest are going to be, bit of riffraff around one maybe marquee signing, because they were never. The reason why they sacked Postecoglou is because the demand was he needs 4 or 5 marquee players in here. We really need to drastically improve the quality. Next thing we bring in Frank, we fool the media and everybody else. Frank's this, Frank's that, and now all of a sudden we're a month left in the transfer window and everyone's panicking. Everyone's going to look at this game and go, fuck me, we're in trouble again. It's already almost too late. I tried to highlight it when other clubs were signing in the first transfer window. The likes of Liverpool improving their squad, Chelsea improving their squad, other teams improving their squad. And I was told, but they're at the Club World Championship. Liverpool weren't. They just wanted to kick off and win the Premier League title, make sure they win it again, and try and go after a Champions League. At the end of the day, we pissed about trying to change managers. And hey, presto, as soon as that window closes, 2 days later, the Thomas Frank is announced. Why couldn't we do that sooner? Then we pissed about how much are we going to pay to bring in these fucking coaching staff. Pissed about time again. We have pissed about so much time this fucking window that we've almost made it impossible to get a lot of our deals done.
Exactly.
We've almost made it easy for all of our clubs that we're trying to compete with to go and sign all of our targets, because we're just going to piss about. And to be honest with you, I tried to say it's by design, because we don't have the money there.
But the other thing too is that even teams like Manchester United, who don't even have any European football, are also as well the losers of the Europa League, and they had nothing to hope for going into this next season. They've revamped the whole forward line, are revamping the midfield. It looks like they could even be signing Baliba from the likes of Brighton. It's just insane to see how the other clubs are operating compared to us, who are literally supposed to have momentum after winning that trophy, and to a degree after sacking the manager. You would think, okay, like they're really looking to clean things up here. It's been the complete opposite. Spurs are just looking to almost repeat the same season that we
Yeah,
had last year.
same mistakes. Even if you bring in players now, they've no time to integrate into the tactics. Thomas Frank has no time to work with them. And
Yeah.
there's a huge risk of them getting injured again, just like Solanke did, just like Udebird did. At the end of the day, what's the point of bringing them in? Like, they've done it to Postecoglou, and then people go, well, Postecoglou's going to make it work. Well, that's what preseason's for. That's why you bring them in nice and early so that they can embed themselves in, especially when it's a crucial player that you're looking to go and win new games, that you need to be a match winner. You bring them in as early as possible. Even if we bring them in now, it's almost too late. What can Thomas Frank do with them? Off you go. You're a racehorse. You know how to race, so I don't need to teach you what I want you to do. Just go and do what you know how to do. How is he supposed to fit in to do anything that he wants to do? It's absolutely ridiculous.
Playful Spurs member for 23 months. I think that's Paul, by the way, as an elite member. Thank you, Paul. Saying, well, that shows us that we need a creative player pronto. We need signings. We need a striker and a left winger and a number 10. If any left over, we get a fullback as well. Keep up the great work, guys. Come on, you Spurs. Super Cup next. Paul, I think everyone would agree with you, man. This game, you hope. They already needed a wait. How many times have they been given wake-up calls, in terms of the transfers? But you really hope that this one is maybe the trigger for them to actually get a move on here. But I agree with Dave. I think it's almost too late at this point where can you really bring in, big money players, here and now players at this stage of, the season where they're already kind of getting ready just to play with whatever club they're already at, big players, they don't make these late moves, in the window that often, at least to my knowledge. I don't think they do. I don't think it happens as often in the summer windows as you think. And even in January, right? It's very hard to sign big money players, here and now players in the January window. So I'm getting worried that it's going to stink of panic signings like we even saw with Wilson Odobert. I like Wilson Odobert, but it did kind of scream of panic because we didn't sign any. We were expecting Eze, we were expecting Cunha, we were expecting Neto, right? Pedro Neto is the one that everyone wanted. We waited, and then we had to wait until literally the game after Leicester City, after we had already played a game against Leicester City, and then we signed Wilson Odobert. But it screamed of panic to me when we knew that whole summer that we needed a winger, and we never ended up signing one. I really have question marks of course, Daniel Levy, but again, Johan Lange, his ability to actually get these signings over the line, it doesn't seem like he's capable of it. But I completely agree with you there, Paul. And thanks for coming on the fan show yesterday as well. Al Ben saying Cunha and Mbumo, Shesko versus Richie, Tell, and Odobert. It's crazy, Dave, that Man United have revamped their whole forward line and have brought in real players of quality compared to what we have. You would think that they had won the Europa League.
Well, look, they sort of went through this similar process as us, didn't they? They tried with the likes of Rasmus Højlund. They tried with the likes of who was the other guy, Xerxes, Garnacho, and some of their younger players, right? They tried with it, but at the end of the day, the quality just wasn't there to be able to sustain pressure in the final third, rip teams apart, and go and score the goals they needed. So what did they do? They said, okay, well, fuck that. We'll go and get proven players. We'll go and get Cunha and Mbumo. And look, Sesko, look, he comes with a huge reputation. Still, probably, Premier League is the next step he needs to make to really sort of hammer home.
They've spent $200 million on the forward line alone.
Exactly. They've gone after it, right? They've recognized the problem, and to a large degree, they've gone after it with, and they haven't took the chance of going in or gone and made the same mistakes. Let's go and buy unproven players again. They've gone and brought proven players. We haven't done that. And I can guarantee you they'll probably finish ahead of us this season now because of it.
Yeah, and especially when it's only one game a week for them, for sure. Artist T saying from Europa to schoolboys scoring worldies on us. This season looks worse or same as last season. Weak squad and the Champions League. Dave was right. Relegation looms post Son and Kane. I think Dave is like clinging on to the fact that maybe under Frank, we'll do a slightly better job against some of the weaker teams. But it's not like we look like any capable of competing against the better teams, against the top 10, top 6 teams. Like watching that against Bayern leaves a lot to be worried about, for this upcoming season because we just got completely outclassed. And it feels very similar to last summer. I agree, Artist T.
Well, you're still relegation fodder, and that's one thing I've always tried to say. You got to get ahead of the Kane thing and ahead of the Son thing, nice and early, because if you let them go, that's over 50% of your goals gone out of the team. That's a relegation standard team, or a team that fights above the relegation zone. And we haven't gone and replaced them. We literally haven't. You've literally took out, I would say, 75% of the goals out of the team now between Kane and Son over the last 3 years, and now we're paying the price. We can't even get a shot on goal. It's absolutely embarrassing. I warned this was coming. I tried to tell absolutely everybody. We'll be fine. Who the Spurs this tells that. They're the next Messiah. Look, he can do this. He can run 100 yards over 100 meters. Great. Can he cross a ball? Can he pass a ball? Can he shoot a ball? Yeah. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I warned this was coming, and the fact that there's people inside the club that couldn't see this, it fucking scares me.
Minch saying perspective, post-Asia, post-Sun, post-Matters, 6 days before a match that actually counts, and against a truly elite team at the start of the preseason at the Allianz Arena. I mean, wasn't really set up for us to blow them away or anything, but I think this probably went as poorly as it probably could go, to be honest, Minch. Sebastian.
We've literally traded one problem from another. We've gone, we'll be shit defensively to we'll be more secure defensively. We'll be even worse going forward. So we've done. We've traded one problem for another.
Sebastian saying, I was so worried when Poro went down. It could have been really bad. Yeah, we're starting to think about how thin this squad is. And once we take off Jet Spence, right, Ben Davis is the one that's now the default backup for him. That just really screams worry signs for me at this point. We also have Eugene saying, is Parachi doing business? I hope Parachi comes in, man.
It's too late. Look, the guy's ban was up in July. He could have started acting for us the 1st of July. Why the fuck did we offer him a contract as an advisor until the end of August? Why? When he could have started acting in July. It's a joke.
I guess Levy seems to be clinging on to Johan Lange still. Sebastian saying, am I really seeing links to Nicholas Jackson? I really hope not. I really hope not.
Please.
Keith Edwards saying, don't forget Frank has to change the whole Ange mentality in the team. I mean, the team did win a trophy under Ange, but I don't know. I think the team actually was looking pretty all right up until this point. Going forward, we had a lot of question marks, but there did seem to be some camaraderie, some good vibes, some, happy players. And then this was a big major wake-up call, to be honest, Keith.
Honestly,
I don't think we can keep blaming Ange, though.
Yeah, look, I don't think this is about coaching Ange's mentality out of the team. At the end of the day, I think Spurs fans have just been slapped with a dose of reality. Most Spurs fans said last season, no, we're fed up with getting slapped up, be defensive, we'll go and win games. Okay, how's that going? You know what I mean? Newcastle today, how's that going? Arsenal, we got very, very lucky. It's not going well. At the end of the day, we've approached them defensively. Everyone said it'd be better. We won't get smacked up. We look just as shit. It comes down to a quality issue, Keith. It really does. I don't think it's about mentality. At the end of the day, they had the balls and the steeliness to fucking get over the line in the Europa League final. That shows some sort of mentality. When I've watched better Tottenham teams crumble in finals because they don't have the mentality. So I think the mentality is there in the likes of Romero. He's a player with international honours behind him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got over the line in the final.
Good players in there. Poro has a great mentality. Van de Ven, good mentality. Vicario, to a large degree, good mentality. Bentancur, I think, is good mentality. You got players in there with good mentality. But at the end of the day, we just don't have the right quality. We're not a good team. There's certain components. At the end of the day, to be a good team, it's not about one or two individuals. It's about 11 pieces coming together that make a good team. And at Tottenham, we always have 4 or 5, but we never really put the rest together. Yeah. And that's your problem.
Appreciate the support, Keith. Eugene saying, everyone stop with the manager talk. It's not about managers, but about the crap that we've been bringing in. And then also as well, we have Freddie JD. Appreciate you, Freddie. Very generous, saying we have also announced Madison's ACL injury at the same time, telling clubs we are now desperate for a replacement. Yeah. Therefore, the price is going to go up. It's just spot on, Freddie. Spot on.
That's the big thing, Jack. The later you leave it in the window, what clubs are going to want to sell a player out of their first 11, especially if it's one of their best players, which you would assume we're going into the club to look for. Straight away, even if they even consider it, they're going, okay, but now we're going to have to pay a premium to replace him. So on top of that, we're going to add extra money on that. You're paying that. Well, that's not coming out of our pocket. So therefore, it just becomes expensive. It becomes really expensive. And that's why I try to highlight the urgency at the start of the window.
If other clubs are acting, we have no excuse not to act if we're going to try and go and compete with them. But I got told, just sit back, wait. There's plenty of time. Investment's coming. This is coming. Just wait. Be patient. I'm fed up of being patient. I'm absolutely fed up with it because being patient gets you into this point. Anything from here on in is panic buying. It's absolute panic buying. It's not first on your priority list. It's reacting to a Madison injury, to an Adogi injury. That's what it is. It's panic buying. Simple as.
Panic and desperation. Like, the clubs will know that we're desperate to bring in that new number 10. But the funny thing is that we were going after someone like a Morgan Gibbs-White. If we had him right now with the Madison situation, we'd at least be relieved that we had someone like Morgan Gibbs-White, to still pick from in the team. But instead, we just sort of twiddled our thumbs. We're maybe waiting for that to hopefully go our way. It hasn't, but we didn't clearly have any backups that we were looking at. We weren't looking at any other number 10s by the looks of things to actually bring in case that Morgan Gibbs-White situation didn't get resolved in the way that we wanted it to. So we are now even more desperate than we were before. If we had signed someone else instead of Gibbs-White maybe a week or two after that whole saga, sort of headed the different direction, I don't think we would be as panicked about it. But now we are absolutely desperate and are panicking to have someone like that. And Kulusevski, it looks like, is not returning anytime soon. They seem to be suggesting that that's also going to take a while for him to get back. And we even saw with Kulusevski when he came back from injury in the Europa League, right? He still looked very, very rusty and looked like he needed, a lot of time to get back into the shape of things. And Madison's going to be out for a long time. Kulu's going to be out for a long time. We didn't sign that other number 10 when the Gibbs-White thing didn't go our way. It's worrying. It's very, very worrying, Freddie JD. It's a great comment. Thank you for the support as well.
Big one, man. Really appreciate it. I don't want to be so pessimistic heading into the start of the season, but there's so many warning signs.
It's hard. The only positive is you take is that Kudos clearly looks to be a great signing. That's the only positive I can take from today. And I don't think I'd be, unless someone else wants to bring up something else that they might have saw, but Archie Gray maybe looked all right when he came in. But again, it was like Dave brought up, it was kind of against the Bayern kids. It's just the only positive really is Kudos. Kudos looks to be the real deal and is going to practically be our one-man attack by the looks of things.
I just get concerned because scoring goals is the hardest thing to do in football. And no matter the preseason game this season, we've struggled and really looked like struggling to score goals or break teams down.
Someone said there's a forward hasn't even scored for Spurs yet in the preseason.
Well, Voskovic scored, didn't he? Yeah, Lancashire, I think, is the only striker that scored for Tottenham preseason.
Yeah, and then it's been Pape Matar who scored all the rest of the goals.
Pape Matar, you know what I mean? It's a real concern, a real concern. It's going to be a long season. I'm not giving up for hope yet, though. I will not give up the fight, but it's going to be a long one. Just get ready, Jack. Go and have a vacation. If you've got your usual vacation before the start of the season happening.
No, not happening. No, not happening
that's
this
a shame.
year.
You need to get onto the mother and tell her to make it happen. We're going to need
panic vacation, panic signings. Yeah. Stefan Bloy saying the problem is we spent all summer having a massive clear out, but we have removed everyone apart from the problem, the board. We haven't even got rid of that many players, though. We've just only been kind of loaning out guys, loaning out the kids, Stefan. So I don't even know if we've done that great of it. I see your point, but we're not even doing that great of a job even on the clear out. Geez. Well, everyone, thank you for being here with us. And we will see you Wednesday for the Super Cup against PSG. Let's hope it's a lot better, but I am worried that it's going to be a very similar story because PSG are better than Bayern Munich, and they play a very similar brand of football to Bayern Munich as well. And we potentially could be going into that PSG game with the exact same squad that we saw today. It's
honestly
very worrying.
I think the best investment between now and Wednesday is seeing how cheap them buses are. I'm pretty sure they're cheaper than buying another defender or another attacker. So buy a couple of buses, put them in front of the goal. Look, regardless, we're in the Super Cup Wednesday night. I'm going to go in there with every hope that on the day something magic can happen. But guys, we need to put the pressure on and start asking this board to start signing some more forward players. Oh, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. We'll see you Wednesday, everybody. Hang in there. The season hasn't even started yet, but this is not a great way to get hyped up for it, that's for sure. But we'll see you next time, everybody. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.